steaming hot in seconds electrically, the great gift invention of 1970. By Continental Insurance, the company that stands behind you and everything you own. And by Sunoco. People in the know, people on the go are moving to Sunoco. When you stop at Sunoco, you go with confidence. Ladies and gentlemen, in New Orleans, Louisiana, you're looking at the Tulane Stadium, annually the site of the Sugar Bowl Football Classic. 81,000 fans, a capacity crowd, are on hand here today on a slightly overcast afternoon, the sun trying to peek through. The temperature at the moment is 44 degrees. This is an ever-growing city, New Orleans, Louisiana, which nestles on a sweeping curve of the mighty Mississippi River. You see the new portion of the city with its very modern skyline, an area that includes over 1 million people. New Orleans at night has a lifestyle unique in these United States, as unique as the music that represents her. Many moods, the sometimes joyful, the sometimes sad. Dixieland Jazz, a sprawling town covering some 200 square miles. The city is a blend of the new and the old, reflecting its heritage, which dates from the year 1718, when first founded as a French colony. This city came to the United States as a small part of a bargain package sold by the Emperor Napoleon in 1803 as the Louisiana Purchase. Perhaps the most unique aspect of this city, or at least the best remembered by those who visit, is the historic French Quarter. The quarter harbors a vibrant style of life that blends yesterday with today and even tomorrow. The architecture is strictly yesterday, but the happenings are definitely now. Throngs of tourists and residents pack the French Quarter year-round, but particularly at times of holiday, Mardi Gras, and now, the New Year. The finest cuisine, and of course, Dixieland Jazz, which was born here, is to be found in New Orleans' French Quarter. The facets of the city are many, designed to delight and amaze. But after the night, life returns to normal in New Orleans. The heartbeat of the Mississippi Delta is a town like yours and mine. This is the Sugar Bowl. This goes to the victor of this 36th annual game here in New Orleans. Today, pitting third-ranked Arkansas, the Razorbacks from Fayetteville, Arkansas, against the Ole Miss Rebels from Oxford, Mississippi. Both teams have appeared in the Sugar Bowl before. In 1963, they last met here in this classic New Year's Day battle, and the game was won by Ole Miss. So it's Coach Johnny Vaught, 23 years head coach at Ole Miss, going against Frank Broyles of Arkansas, who starts his 13th year as the head man for the Razorbacks. The University of Arkansas band, we have them here on the right. We have the University of Mississippi band as well in blue and white. And these are the fight songs, so let's listen. That was the University of Mississippi band, and of course you'll be seeing more of the band members and those darling majorettes at halftime, along with those from the University of Arkansas. Hello, I'm Chris Schenkel, and for Bud Wilkinson and Bill Fleming, we say a great decade ahead for all of you, and of course a great 1970. And Charles, 2 decades ago, you were victorious with the Sooners here in the Sugar Bowl against LSU.
Well, being here brings back many pleasant memories. A major bowl game is what every coach dreams about at the start of every season. I think it's what a football player dreams about all of his life. All of a sudden you're here. And today we've got 2 of the great teams in the country. Arkansas has averaged 33 points a game. Mississippi approximately 30 points a game. They're great defensive teams, too. Arkansas leading the nation, allowing their opponents only 7.6 points per game. But Mississippi has held their opponents to only 14 points a game. So we've got explosive offense against sound defense. It's going to be quite a contest.
And on the football field, Bud, we noticed that in this series that began in 1908, Arkansas, Mississippi, there's never been any love lost on the playing field at all.
Well, the 2 states border each other, and I think when you're that close and you have the strength and power and the tradition that both of these football teams have, when you have a chance to face each other in an afternoon, all of that pent-up emotion comes to the top.
Bud, Arkansas won the Sugar Bowl last year 16-2 over Georgia. And Bill Montgomery, their quarterback, Chuck Dicus, was the most valuable player for Arkansas. They have had just 1 year ago bowl experience, major bowl experience. Does that give them some advantage?
Well, I think that at the end of a season, when you're in a bowl game, the momentum that you had in November is the key factor. Mississippi got off to a somewhat disappointing start, but in November they came down the stretch like gangbusters, so they've got that real tide flowing for them. Arkansas, of course, lost that heartbreaker to Texas, the only loss on their record, 15-14 in a game that, if you analyze it very carefully, you've got to say they should have won.
But in the background, I hear something that makes the goosebumps appear. The song Grand Old Flag, and it's being sung here before some 81,000 fans by Ralph Slifkin. Second Division Marine Band, the University of Mississippi Arkansas bands, and 100 United States Merchant Marines are here.
Keep your eye on that grand old flag.
100 flags being carried proudly across the gridiron here at the Sugar Bowl. And of course, throughout the centennial year of football on our NCAA telecasts here on ABC, we have seen many pretty co-eds, pretty twirlers, pretty queens, and the Sugar Bowl queen fits right into that category. There she is, Miss Delta Roberts. She is from Berg, Louisiana, and the president of the Sugar Bowl Executive Committee, Dr. Fred Wolf Jr., is about to crown her. The maids in the court of Her Majesty are in attendance there in the field as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will now crown Miss Della Roberts, Queen of the 36th Annual Sugar Bowl.
Oh. The president does have some prerogatives, does he not? Dr. Fred Wolf of the Sugar Bowl Committee and the Queen, Miss Della Roberts. Mayor Victor Skiro of the city of New Orleans also helped Dr. Wolf escort that pretty thing to the center of the field, as we now have the prayer of peace delivered by Dr. Julian B. Feibelman.
He is to be escorted to the podium
He
by
is
Mr.
being
Charles C.
escorted to the podium by Charles Zatterin, who is chairman of the executive committee of the Sugar Bowl.
President of the New Orleans Saints Football Organization. Here is Dr. Julian B. Feibelman.
Our Father, the unconquerable Spirit in man, we greet this new decade with reverent thankfulness for thy manifold blessings. Look with favor upon this vast throng, gathered to witness a struggle of intense rivalry, governed by exacting rules. Laws and responsibilities also govern our lives. Help us to find the way to live together in harmony, with mutual respect and helpfulness for one another. With goodwill, may we help secure freedom of conscience for everyone. Move the hard hearts of captors to human compassion, so that prisoners of war may be returned to their courageous and hopeful dear ones. Help our nation to achieve peace abroad and preserve it at home. Commit us to do our duty to strengthen our blessed land as we rededicate ourselves with abiding faith in Thee, to whom we give victory and majesty and dominion forever. Amen.
Dr. Julian B. Feibelman, the prayer of peace here at the Sugar Bowl, and now University of Mississippi Band, directed by James Ferguson, will play the Henry Fillmore arrangement, the B-flat concert arrangement of our national anthem, and the anthem will be sung by a gifted tenor named Enzo Stuarti.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light
I'm sure Francis Scott Key would have been very proud of that rendition of our national anthem by the University of Mississippi Band and the tenor Enzo Stuardi here at the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans, Louisiana. Back again in our ABC telecasting booth. Bud, we have a pair of gifted quarterbacks here today.
Well, they're a little more than gifted. They're both great, both juniors. They have that indefinable quality of leadership and the ability to make the bad play a great play with their individual skills. Their statistics are extremely impressive. Both Manning and Montgomery, and here they are. You can see that Montgomery's completed 53%, Manning 58%. Yards passing, well over 1,000 for both of them. Average per play, 7.7 for Montgomery, 6.6 for Manning. Montgomery hasn't thrown quite as many times. He's had 7 interceptions, Manning 9. They're even on touchdowns. Let's take a look at them in action, and it'll give you some idea of what we have coming up this afternoon. And both of the men have the ability to throw the ball so well on the run. And, of course, when you can roll out with the option to pass-run, you put the defense in a tremendous bind. This is the first play. They roll out by Montgomery, and he hits Reese, the wingback, for an Arkansas touchdown. Let's watch him roll left here. And while he's moving, he sets, turns quickly, and fires again. And hits Reese for the touchdown. Both teams will pass approximately half the time. There'll be some excitement coming up. Quick throw this time, and he hits Chuck Dicus. Dicus was the most valuable player in last year's Sugar Bowl game. 16 yards on that one. And this is beautiful execution of the screen pass. And it gives you some idea of the team blocking as well as the strength. This is Garber, alternate fullback, turning it on for 45 yards. Montgomery is 6'1". Archie Manning is 6'3". Manning is, I would say, the most dangerous man, rolling out and then coming back to the opposite side. This is something, Chris, very few people can do. If he feels pressed, he reverses his field and then has the ability to get rid of the ball and throw it a remarkable distance. Let's take a look at him here. This is the type of play I was talking about. Rolling to the left, feeling the rush, being hemmed in, and then swinging back all the way across the field to the opposite side, and while on the run, throwing the ball approximately 50 yards. Watch this thing. This is just unbelievable. And he hits Myers in perfect stride, and that's got to be an unbelievable touchdown.
And Archie Manning, you'll see a lot of him today.
That's the quick release. He's got all of the throws. He can arch the ball, he can drill it, he can get rid of it quickly. This next one is another example of the versatility. He's moving to his left, and while on the run, drills it very quickly to Poole, who's crossing over the middle for an Arkansas touchdown. These are the type plays I think will be the key this afternoon. Both quarterbacks have the ability, when they're rushed, to scramble out of the pocket and convert a bad play into a good play, and the team that's the most successful in preventing that will probably be the winner.
All right, let's meet the other folks that make these two quarterbacks great stars. The lineups, we go down to the Sugar Bowl field here at Tulane Stadium, and our colleague, Bill Fleming.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, we would like to introduce the starting lineups for today's 36th Annual Sugar Bowl Classic. First of all, for the Razorbacks of the University of Arkansas, the offensive team. Split end, Garland, Texas, number 20, Chuck Dicus. Left tackle from Houston, Texas, number 78, Mike Kelson. Left guard from Lawton, Oklahoma, 74, Jerry Dossie. At center from Newport, Arkansas, 57, Rodney Brand. Right guard from Marshall, Texas, number 70, Ronnie Hammers. Right tackle, Bentleyville, Pennsylvania, 75, Bob Stankovich. Tight end from Little Rock, number 88, Pat Morrison. Tailback from Bentonville, Arkansas, number 33, Bill Burnett. Fullback from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, number 34, Bruce Maxwell. Flanker from Jonesboro, Arkansas, number 25, John Reese. Quarterback from Carrollton, Texas, number 10, Bill Montgomery. And the head coach, Frank Broyles. Good luck, Frank. Today, Ole Miss will introduce its defensive team. At left end, from Aberdeen, Mississippi, number 47, Hap Farber. Left tackle from Yazoo City, Mississippi, number 70, Buzz Morrow. Middle guard from Philadelphia, number 41, Larry Thomas. Right tackle from Eupora, Mississippi, number 78, Claude Herrod. Right end from Aberdeen, Mississippi, number 48, Dennis Coleman. Linebacker from Macomb, Mississippi, number 46, Fred Prister. Linebacker from Decatur, Mississippi, number 40, Joe Blunt. Monster Man from Jackson, number 38, Bill Van Devender. Defensive halfback from Crystal Springs, Mississippi, number 28, Bob Knight. Defensive back from McGee, Mississippi, number 32, Wick Neely. Safety from Gulfport, number 36, Glenn Cannon. Offensive captain, fullback from Jackson, Mississippi, number 22, Bo Bowen. And the head coach of Ole Miss, Johnny Vaughn. Good luck, Coach. Those are the lineups. Now back to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, Bill. The pregame activities have been concluded, and we'll be back for the opening kickoff in just a moment.
Hey, you guys, take a minute and look at this. It's a chic, super stainless blade. We magnified a small spot on the edge of this blade 475 times after a guy shaved with it 5 days so you can get a good look at it. Hold it. You know what did this? Corrosion. Corrosion chewed the heck out of it. Like the looks of that? Okay, now watch. The same guy shaved 5 times with a chic chromium blade. Examine it closely. I ask you, did chic chromium corrode like that super stainless? You decide. Which blade would you want to shave your face with? Though most chic super stainless blades don't corrode like the chic shown, face up to chic chronochrome. You gotta feel it to believe it.
Very warm gesture on the part of both coaches here at the Sugar Bowl. The seniors are coming out as representatives of the co-captains for Mississippi on the near side of the field. Number 36 is Glenn Cannon, and number 22 is Bo Bowen, and behind him his senior teammates. While on the far side, we have number 24, Terry Stewart, 74, Jerry Dussey, Cliff Powell, 64, and number 34, Bruce Maxwell. The referee is Charles W. Bowen, and let's listen.
This is your back judge, Mr. John Raines. This is your field judge, Mr. Horton Nacetta. This is your electric clock operator, Mr. Morris Harrison. Your headliner, Mr. Bobby Gaston. Your umpire, Mr. Bruno Schrader. Arkansas, you've been designated as a visitor. Who's going to call this coin? You will. Step in here and take a look. This is an unusual coin. The side that has the bell, we're going to call head. We'll designate the side of the stadium as tails, right? This side is head, that side is tails. Call it while it's in the air. If I fail to catch it, I'll reflip, okay? You ready? He called tails. Captain, it is tails. You will defend a goal. All right. You may either kick or receive. You must defend that goal. Which you'll receive. Put your back to that goal. Put your back to that goal. Arkansas wins the toss, elects to defend this goal. Ole Miss will receive on this end. Good luck, Captain.
Well, here at the Sugar Bowl, the 36th annual, Arkansas winning the toss, electing to take the wind, which is blowing from left to right out of the north at about 15 miles an hour here at Tulane Stadium. And they meet again in the Sugar Bowl. They last did in 1963 with Ole Miss winning the game, Bud.
Ole Miss will be operating this afternoon from 2 wide receivers. Franks will be split on one side, Myers on the other. The backfield will be in an I or in a split set. They also will put both of their wide receivers to the same side in the slot set. Arkansas is a 4-3 defense, and here's the Mississippi season record. You can see that they lost a tough one to Kentucky. They lost another one-pointer to Alabama. Then they, looking at the last 3 games, you can see how strongly they came on, really the last 4 games.
In the dark blue jerseys, silver pants, some red and white trim, the University of Mississippi Rebels from Oxford. And on the left in white and red, the Razorbacks of Arkansas. And doing the kicking for the men from Fayetteville is Bill McClare, number 19, a sophomore from Norman, Oklahoma. He has the wind to his back now as we have Leon Phelps deep for Mississippi. And also number 21, Ricky Harvard. McLaren has put the ball to the near side of the field at the hash marks. 2 men deep for Ole Miss. More than 81,000 fans, a sellout crowd. Watch the kickoff. When the ball's touched, the game will be underway. Leon Felts, number 27, nearly turned the corner, but was forced out of bounds by 4 Arkansas defenders on the opening kickoff, led in there by Fred Edwards, number 67. So the Rebels from Ole Miss have the ball, and the referee, Charles W. Bowen, as we look at the offensive line, has spotted the ball at about the 19-yard line. A new ball being brought in now. It is actually placed at the 18, Bud.
Arkansas is a 4-3-4 defense. They'll be doing a lot of jumping in an effort to contain Manning.
In a slot I, this is Manning. Archie Manning, the junior quarterback from Drew, Mississippi, is brought down by Lynn Garner, number 53 of Fort Smith, Arkansas. And that's the play that Manning has used successfully all year, and he brings it out to the 23, 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5.
The Arkansas defensive pattern will become an odd defense as the line overshifts, and by adjusting the linebackers, they'll make it a wide tackle 6 on occasion.
Number 84, Buddy Jones, is to the far side of the field on 2nd and 5. Bowen and Felts the setback. Myers in the slot. And Randy Reed from Mendenhall, Mississippi, sophomore, number 24, for Ole Miss, carries it up near the 25. Did he get across it? Just across it. So it brings up a 3rd down and 3, Bud.
And when you have 2 fine quarterbacks with 2 excellent passing attacks, the team that can establish the ground game will get an advantage because of the balance that will then exist and the pressure that puts on the defense.
Now we have Myers coming to the near side of the field along with number 84, Buddy Jones. Jim Poole is the tight end on 3rd and 3. Bo Bowen, senior fullback from Jackson, carried on the play, and it's an Ole Miss 1st down. The ball up near the 29.
And Mississippi, believing that Arkansas will be rushing hard on the outside to contain Manning, has stayed inside with 3 running plays.
Archie Manning, the number 1 rusher for the Mississippi offense this year. 14 touchdowns rushing. From the 29, here's the first pass. Trying to get between was number 18, Jerry Moore, a junior from Benton, Arkansas, intended for Vernon Studdard, number 81 of Ole Miss, so it'll be 2nd and 10. Manning 0 for 1 now.
And as the ball is ready to be snapped, if you watch the Arkansas linebackers, Boschetti, Powell, and Garner, you'll see the variety of defensive patterns that they give the offensive linemen. It's a tough team to block against because of the great variation in alignment.
Felts is in the lineup now, number 27 on 2nd and 10. Look at that Arkansas defense shifting. Manning. Long to Felts. Moore was covering on the play, and there is a very disappointed Felts, and that pass went about as far as a 9-iron shot.
Let's take a look at it again in slow motion. Franks down the field. It's Felts, pardon me, but he's well covered by Moore, stride by stride with him. However, Felts has him beat. If the pass is just a little bit shorter, he stretches, and you can see how close Manning came on that 50-yard ball in the air.
So that brings up a 3rd down and 10 here in the very first quarter. Vernon Studdard, number 81 to the far side from the 29 of Ole Miss. No score. And the Arkansas defense has stopped Archie Manning. And the Rebels from Ole Miss, that was Cliff Fowle, the All-American, the linebacker, number 64. For the Razorback defense at the 31, a gain of 2 at his 4th down and 8.
And a rather dejected Archie Manning going to the sidelines.
Julian Fagan comes into the lineup, number 14. He's the Ole Miss punter, a good one, averaging 41.2. As 18, Jerry Moore, and 24, Terry Stewart, are deep for the Hogs. .25 left in the first quarter. Arkansas, with a fair catch, has the ball for the first time. And Terry Stewart had trouble hanging on, and a marker is down on the field. Remember, he signaled for a fair catch on a 28-yard punt. There's the penalty, the referee, Charles W. Bowen. And Arkansas from the line of scrimmage will move the ball at the Mississippi 45, and here is the signal.
I believe, Chris, that when the Mississippi boy saw that ball bobble, he thought it was going to go to the ground, and he was just a little bit too aggressive. It was an excellent recovery of what appeared momentarily to be a fumble.
So with the ball at the Mississippi 45, Arkansas, tremendous field position, a team that has scored 45 touchdowns. They have averaged 405 yards a game, 212 rushing, and 193 in the air.
And they have McClard as a field goal kicker who is very likely to make anything from inside the 50-yard line, so they're definitely in scoring position.
There's the Arkansas front wall. Split end Chuck Dicus. Watch him. Number 20, number 25 Reese, also set away as a flanker. Bill Montgomery. And there's Bill Burnett. What a tailback he's been for Arkansas. Making the great block was the tight end Pat Morrison, number 88, in the white jersey.
Morrison was split out about 3 yards that time, and I'm sure that Mississippi read that as a pass play called, because normally when the tight end splits that wide, he's doing so to not be held up on the line of scrimmage.
Burnett, who gained 928 yards rushing this year, picks up 6 at 2nd and 4 at the Ole Miss 39. Montgomery, Burnett again. The marker is down near the line of scrimmage. Bill Burnett of Bentonville, Arkansas, a junior, stopped by Buzz Morrow of Yazoo City, Mississippi, number 70. There you see him. Offside. Offside against the Rebels. So the only 2 penalties of the game are against Ole Miss. And they needed 4, so with that 5-yard penalty, they get the first down.
Normally, Mississippi has been a 5-2-4 defensive team. Today they'll drop the middle line for Larry Thomas out a great deal and be in a 4-3.
Dicus and Reese to the far side of the field. It's Dicus in the slot from the 34. And Bruce Maxwell. Maxwell, the senior fullback. Bill made the stop, but the carry was to the 13. A gain of 21 yards and a first down. There you see Reese, number 25 at the bottom of your screen. Opposite at the top is number 20, Dicus. Bill Montgomery calling signals, number 10. Burnett. That's Morrison again, trying to block 88. 33, Burnett. Stopped by Bobby Knight, number 28, the Ole Miss defense.
And beginning the game, Arkansas using the same general strategy or tactic as Mississippi did, of trying to establish the running game, even though fundamentally their major threat offensively is in the air.
A gain of 2 to the 11 of Ole Miss. We have a 2nd down and 8 for the Razorbacks, ranked number 3 in the nation. Burnett and Maxwell in the eye behind Montgomery. And a junior from Carrollton, Texas, Montgomery. You see that second effort, getting him to the 7, where Dennis Coleman hit him, bringing up a 3rd down and 4 for Arkansas.
And you've got to guess, is this the time Montgomery will call his first pass, Chris?
Bill Montgomery. Ball is at the 7. It is 3rd down and 4, no score. 10:13 to go. First quarter. Maxwell blocking, Burnett carrying to only the 5, bringing up a 4th down and 2. Hap Farber, great defensive end, stop number 33. So what do we do now, Bud? 4th down and 2 for Arkansas at the Ole Miss 5.
It looks as though they've decided to take the 3 points, Chris. It's one of those things that you sit there on the sidelines when you're coaching and you'd like to go for it, but if you believe you can actually put points on the board to be ahead, that always overrules your gambling instinct.
And, of course, as we look at Frank Broyles, he has a super field goal kicker in number 19, Bill McClard, 7 of 9 this year, a sophomore. This one coming from the 13 plus 10 of the end zone, 23 yards up and no good. Rather high snap by All-American Rodney Brand. Timeout here at the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans, where the score is Arkansas nothing, Mississippi nothing.
This winter, make sure your car starts like it's summertime with dry Sunoco gasoline.
People in the know, they're moving to Sunoco for a piece of the action.
The wintertime action of dry Sunoco gasoline. With dry Sunoco gasoline all winter long, your car starts like it's summertime. And all year long, you get the action of Sunoco 260. Highest octane gasoline you can buy anywhere in the world. Every Sunoco blend from regular up is primed with 260. Each one gives you a piece of the action. When you stop at Sunoco, you go with confidence.
If you just joined us, this is the Sugar Bowl. Arkansas and Ole Miss. The opening kickoff taken by Ole Miss. They had the punt. Arkansas moved to the Mississippi 5, missed a 23-yard field goal, and now Archie Manning calls signals for the second time. His second series of downs from the 20. A carry of 3 yards out to the 23, and Bud Archie had an opportunity to come on the sideline while Arkansas tried to move the ball and learn things about the defense.
Well, I'm sure the coaches told him that the Arkansas defense, even though they were jumping, was very tough on the outside because they're going to try to rush to contain Manning, and therefore they were thin inside, particularly with linebackers up on the line of scrimmage, so maybe we can pop one by running inside.
On a 2nd and 7 from the 23, Studdard is to the far side, Buddy Jones to the near side. And Manning, it's trapped and then not fielded. So it brings up a 3rd down and 7 here at the Sugar Bowl. Now Manning is 0 for 3. It was intended for Studdard as we pause 5 seconds to allow our local stations to identify themselves. All-American Cliff Powell, the Arkansas linebacker, put the pressure on Archie Manning as Leon Phelps, 27, is in the lineup now. Studdard goes to the far side on 3rd and 7 for the Rebels. Now Studdard is back here in the slot, number 81. No score. In motion is Reed. There he is. And he halfway breaks the tackle of Terry Stewart and falls across the 30. First down for Ole Miss, and listen to the Rebels. Ball now at the 31 of Mississippi. 1st and 10. Studdard and Phelps, 81-27 at the bottom of your screen. Jim Poole, the tight end to the far side. Oh, there goes Bo Bowen. Bo Bowen. Bo Bowen on a 69-yarder.
And that was that inside pop, Chris, we were talking about a little earlier.
And they're happy in Dixie. Ole Miss, the underdog.
Let's take a look at it, and you can see the Arkansas defense is wide. They popped it, no linebackers were there. And he did a marvelous job downfield and also picked up some great downfield blocks.
Bo Bowen, number 22, the senior, scoring his 6th touchdown. And a 69-yarders, we have Perry King to try the point after. It's up. Good. The timeout, the score here at the Sugar Bowl. Mississippi 7, Arkansas nothing.
This is an average American homeowner. And we at Continental Insurance had just borrowed his home full of average American furniture, which we're about to put on his average American lawn. Why? To show you that you own more things than you think. And in case you haven't noticed, things cost more than they used to. Food costs more, furniture costs more, houses cost more. You could never replace all this for what it cost you. So a fire or some other disaster could become a financial disaster, too. A Continental Insurance agent can help prevent that. He'll help you figure out how much all this is worth now. And then he'll make sure high prices don't catch you with your insurance down.
Well, Dick Johnson, pilot of the Mayflower, the Goodyear blimp high above Tulane Stadium, site of the Sugar Bowl. At 8:05 of the first quarter, we look at the Mayflower, majestically soaring above here in New Orleans, Louisiana. Bo Bowen with 69 yards, capping an 80-yard march in 4 plays. Mississippi kicks as they lead 7-0 over Arkansas. Bill Burnett looking at the ball at the 10, coming out to the 15, the 20. White jerseys trying to help out, but there were more blues. The Rebels make the tackle at the 24. John Gilliland made the stop. And Arkansas now, a team that got to the 5 of Mississippi and then tried a 23-yard field goal a minute and 18 seconds prior to the Bowen touchdown, failing. They get the ball now for the second time, right at the 26. Bill Montgomery's number 10, Maxwell 34, Burnett 33. And the Arkansas fullback draws a group of Mississippi tacklers, including number 48 that just got up, Dennis Coleman, and Buzz Morrow. There's number 34, Bruce Maxwell of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, who rushed for nearly 600 yards this year, caught 10 passes. Here comes Dykes, the All-American, number 20, a speedster and a great pass catcher. Caught 42 this year. So now, with the ball at the 27, 2nd and 9. Dykes double covered, so Montgomery had to take it with him. Dennis Coleman, 48, and Claude Herard, along with Buzz Morrow, on the tackle at about the 31-yard line, and it brings up a 3rd down and 5, Bud.
Mississippi has departed from their 5-2 and dropping their middle linebacker out to make it a 4-3 defense. They're jumping it, and their rush is going to come from the inside rather than from the outside, as Arkansas has been playing.
Maxwell, the fullback. So it's the day of the fullback here at the Sugar Bowl. Wick Neely made a touchdown-saving tackle at the 24 of Ole Miss.
Let's look at it again. It's a little rise. You can see the rush. And when you're rushing linebackers, and it's a running play called, when they break past that line of scrimmage, there's lots of room to run. A 47-yard run.
At the 24, 1st and 10. Bill Montgomery. And Burnett, the tailback, gets deeper now into Ole Miss territory. Dennis Coleman again on the tackle, number 48. What an end, and what a job he's done thus far, as the play was called dead at the 17, 2nd and 3.
And I have to mention again, Chris, both coaches anticipating the defense being set against the passing have gone solidly with the running attack, and the runs are being exceptionally effective because of the defensive deployment against the pass.
2nd and 3 from the 17. Garber is now the fullback. And the deep back, Burnett, number 33, trying to get the 3 for the 1st down. Herard, along with Van Devender on the tackle. Garber leaves, and Maxwell comes back in. And it brings up a 3rd down, and as you see, a little more than 1 yard at the 15. Bo Bowen on a 69-yard touchdown run. Bruce Maxwell coming back with a 45-yarder for the Razorbacks, and the Arkansas season's record, 9-1. Burnett finding the middle of that Mississippi defense pretty tough to penetrate. Credit the whole defensive team, especially Hap Farber. 4th down and 1.
And once again, it appears that we're going to get the field goal rather than going for the 1st down. A field goal attempt by Arkansas.
A couple of minutes ago, Arkansas tried a 23-yarder. Bill McCard is back on the field. Plus the 10 yards of the end zone. It appears that this one now is going to have to go 32 yards. Gus Rusher holding up and no good. Bill McClard, number 19, consistent throughout the year, 0 for 2 today at 4:16 of the first quarter. It's the 36th annual Sugar Bowl from New Orleans, and with timeout, the score is Mississippi 7, Arkansas nothing.
More people ride on Goodyear tires than on any other kind. That was true even in 1915. Roads were rough, and Goodyear had developed cord tires made with cotton cord to stand up to them. 1938, higher legal speeds. So Goodyear developed the first rayon cord tire for a smooth ride. 1947, more horsepower, more punishment. Goodyear developed the first nylon cord tire for extra strength. Today's driving demands more. So Goodyear developed the long mileage polyglass tire, now on many of the new 1970 cars. No wonder, for 55 consecutive years, more people ride on Goodyear tires than on any other kind.
At the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans, 4 minutes, 16 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Ole Miss scoring on a 69-yard run by their fullback, Bo Bowen. At 8:05 of the first quarter, Arkansas has missed 2 field goals. Now it's Ole Miss from the 20 on a touchback. Archie Manning gives to Randy Reed of Mendenhall, Mississippi, number 24.
And on that particular down, Arkansas stayed very firmly in their 4-3, being very tough and tight inside.
Gain of 1 yard. The Arkansas defense, as Bud told you earlier, number 1 in the nation against scoring, allowing on an average of a little more than 7 points a game. Mississippi has already scored 7. 2nd and 9. It's Reed in motion. Manning in trouble. Buddy Jones making the catch, and Terry Stewart upended him.
And the move Manning made there is what makes him so particularly tough to control. He was bottled in as he came to the bottom of the screen, reversed his field, and then completed the pass.
Number 84, Buddy Jones, and it appears a marker is on the Tulane Stadium turf, and now the referee verifies it. It's against Ole Miss. It's a shift penalty against the offensive unit, bringing the ball back to the 16, and it's 2nd down and 14. Arkansas has had the ball 10 plays, 98 yards. Mississippi, 12 plays, 92 yards. But the key one came on a 69-yard touchdown run by senior fullback Bo Bowen. 3:34 remaining in the first quarter. Jones to the far side. There's Bowen. 2nd and 14. Reed in motion. Manning. 2 men out there. And there's Studdard, number 81. Studdard and Jones had flooded the zone. And what teamwork on their part, but a marker is down. It is upfield, however. Jerry Moore making the stop. The play went from the 16 of Mississippi to about the 28 of Arkansas. 46 yards. And Manning can really rifle the ball, can't he?
Studdard was a little disappointed about not going all the way, and I think in his disgust he threw the ball a little bit harder than you normally are supposed to do after you've been knocked out of bounds. Let's watch this again in slow motion. This is Studdard breaking off from his wingback spot, running the inside curl. Right with him, number 84, Jones. And this is a great catch. It's well defended. He simply takes the ball away, breaks the tackle, breaks to the outside here, picks up 1 block, and watch him now as he goes out of bounds in his disgust to throw the ball. I guess we didn't quite get that one, but that was what caused the penalty, is getting up in disappointment for not making the touchdown and throwing the ball harder than the referee deemed he should.
Personal foul back now from the 42, first and 25. Manning out there, stuttered. Beautiful defensive play by junior Jerry Moore, number 18. Quick hands, knocking it away right at the goal line.
Let's watch it again in slow motion. Stuttered down the field, little outside break, then the turn and running the post pattern. And watch Jerry Moore as he comes from the left side of the camera here. Moving with Stewart. Moore high in the air and batting the ball away as it was perfectly on target.
Manning now has gone to the air 6 times, completing 2 for 59 yards. But the scoring play by Ole Miss was a 69-yard run at 8:05 of the first quarter by Bo Bowen. And now in the period with 3:14 to go, this is Jim Poole, 6'5" and sophomore end, son of Jim Poole, one of the Ole Miss coaches. A boy this year that's done very, very well, 43 catches, an extremely fine blocker. And of course, Jim has had 2 uncles that were All-Americans at Ole Miss, Ray Poole and Barney Poole.
A great family. Ole Miss will be suffering if they ever run out of them.
Preston Carpenter may come in to take Poole's place. It is Carpenter now, number 83, as we look at those Arkansas cheerleaders.
And on that last play, Chris, Manning did get the corner turn as Arkansas has tightened up inside to prevent the quick veer pops from breaking all the way. If Manning does turn the corner, believe me, he's as tough as anyone in football.
Phelps is split to the far side of the field. Reed now in motion. Manning. Garner put the rush on Manning and stuttered at about the 37-yard line, was hit again by Terry Stewart, the senior. There, number 81. He's been a busy man. He's been racing a lot of yards here in the last 3 plays. This time he was brought down to 33. Beautiful gain of 9. However, they still need 16 yards on a 3rd down.
And that 15-yard penalty after the ball has been bone dead really hurts you. Starting first and 25 is tough.
Slot I formation, same as the last, with Reed in motion. And Preston Carpenter, number 83, who replaced Poole, gets it inside the 20. Stewart, number 18 in white, making the stop. And let's see where the official spots the ball. It's at about the 18-yard line.
Watch it again
for the first
isolated
down?
camera. You can see Carpenter on the rollout, and that extra yardage that he battled for put them very close to the first down there.
They have a 4th down now. The ball is between the 17 and 18, and they missed the first down by less than a half yard. They lead 7-0, and here comes Jim Poole back in the lineup, number 89. Carpenter leaves. The Ole Miss band right behind their team, a team that won 7 and lost 3. But they had 3 big victories, defeating teams that were undefeated and nationally ranked: Tennessee, Georgia, and LSU. Stuttered to the far side. From the Arkansas 18. Archie Manning. Another 80-yard drive, this one in 7 plays, an 18-yard option run by Manning. And Manning, who figured in 23 of the Mississippi 42 touchdowns this year, has done it again. Bowen and Poole blocking. Archie's total offense here this afternoon at the Sugar Bowl, 109 yards. King now will try the point after. It's 13-0. And add 1 at 1:15. of the first quarter, Mississippi has scored 2 touchdowns in the last 8 minutes, coming into the game as an underdog against third-ranked Arkansas. Let's watch that touchdown again.
This is some idea of this boy's running ability. Watch him just sift through here, breaking the tackles, and in a way almost willowily breaking them. He doesn't do it with strength. He does it with skill and a kind of a weaving use of his hips and legs. A remarkable football player.
Manning, who has broken all of Charlie Connerly's Mississippi records, the man who's had a ballad written about him and for him, Archie who. Well, here at the Sugar Bowl, they already know about number 18. As Bill Burnett, number 33, is deepest, joined by Mike Hendren, along with Bruce Maxwell, number 34. And it will be Cloyce Penton who will kick for Ole Miss. The Rebels leading 14-0. Time running out in the first quarter. A good high kick. Burnett looking at it at the 11, 15, 20, 25. Beautiful effort for the Arkansas kick return team, and especially that of Burnett, coming down at the 32. Tomorrow night, beginning at 8:30 Eastern Time, will feature a special primetime telecast of the NBA basketball game between the New York Knickerbockers, led by Willis Reed, Bill Bradley, and Walt Frazier, and the Milwaukee Bucks, with their rookie sensation, Lou Alcindor. Be sure to be with us for this one, beginning at 8:30 Eastern Time tomorrow night, right here on ABC. Arkansas now from its own 32, first down. Bill Montgomery. Mississippi, interception. Coming in was number 42, Paul Dungo. Larry Thomas put the big rush, causing that interception. Dungu was right there, however, and Ole Miss now has the ball at the Arkansas 38, and they lead 14-0. Manning is back on the field. Poole is back in the lineup, tight end to the near side. Manning, as you noted, carried out his fake following the handoff to Bowen. And they get a yard closer to the 37 where it's 2nd and 9. Bruce James tackling for the Razorbacks. You just joined us. 33 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and Ole Miss, not favored in the Sugar Bowl, has a 14-0 lead, earning it against tough Arkansas. 2nd and 9. Reed. And they gain 1 yard again, bringing up a 3rd down and 8. Lynn Garner, the middle linebacker, joined by All-American Cliff Powell. 63 is Garner. And here you see 24. Reed coming back to the Archie Manning controlled huddle for Ole Miss.
And Arkansas, with great defensive pride, is digging in.
3rd down and 8, and now it appears that the next play will come into the second quarter. As we hope in this new decade, you're enjoying our Sugar Bowl telecast from New Orleans. The end of the first quarter, the score, Mississippi 14, Arkansas nothing.
Your attention, please. Will the owner of the 1970 Chevrolet Impala please report to gate 7? Your car is blocking the exit. That's the red Impala Custom Coupe with black vinyl roof cover. The one with the hidden radio antenna and hidden windshield wipers. The Chevy with deluxe wheel covers and dual white striped tires. It's the Impala with a 350 cubic inch standard V8 and turbo hydromatic transmission. 1970 Chevy Custom Coupe with rich saddle color interior. The one with...
Back at Tulane Stadium, side of the Sugar Bowl Classic, capacity crowd as you see, on what has developed into a fine afternoon for the game after 2 or 3 days of what they call bad weather in New Orleans. Rain has Rockefeller, the Honorable Governor of Arkansas, enjoying the game, and he's seated alongside the President of the University of Arkansas, Dr. David Mullins. Archie Manning now going left to right on 3rd and 8, start of the second quarter. A diving catch. A penalty marker was thrown, as you saw, a great deal of contact. Randy Reed, the sophomore. It appears that he didn't trap the ball, but let's watch the penalty. It was a completion. The amazing Archie.
Again, Chris, that's that almost impossible move to defense. He's hemmed in on one side, he reverses his field totally, and then has got enough vision to look downfield and find an open receiver. And I think we know what this penalty is going to. Usually some lineman may get downfield. I don't know if that's going to be it or not.
There it was, Bud. You called it perfect. Ineligible receiver, and it's the 5th big penalty against Mississippi.
The
55 yards.
Of the first quarter, you can see that Arkansas has 191, Mississippi 191 yards in the first quarter. Arkansas 98 yards rushing, no yards passing, and of course that statistic is really going to change as the game goes along.
And with the 15-yard penalty, it'll be 3rd and 23 from the Arkansas 49 as Manning talks to head coach Johnny Vaught. As the 100th year of college football comes to an end, we're witnessing one of the year's great postseason football games, the Sugar Bowl from New Orleans, Louisiana. With timeout in the opening moments of the second quarter, Mississippi 14, Arkansas nothing.
Chances are you've heard about the plane with the spiral staircase in first class. The plane with the 2 wide aisles and the 3 widescreen movies and the 8-foot ceilings in economy. And chances are you've wondered, who's going to get this incredible bird off the ground? Now you know. Pan Am will bring you the world's first 747. Pan Am will bring you the plane with all the room in the world before you know it.
"17 seconds expiring in the second quarter, and after a 15-yard penalty, 3rd and 23 for Ole Miss at the Arkansas 49, and the Rebels lead 14-0. Manning. A 5-yard loss, tacked on by Roger Harnish. And 85, Bruce James. So that moves the ball back to the 44, Bud.
And that was really a crucial series of downs defensively for Arkansas. Behind 14-0, having a pass intercepted, giving your opponent the ball on your own 38-yard line. If they move it from there and score, your chances of winning are considerably reduced. But the great pride of the Arkansas defense rose up and stopped Mississippi.
Okay, Bud Wilkinson, we're looking at Julian Fagan, fine punter for Ole Miss. He has the wind to his back now here at the Sugar Bowl. Robert Dew and Jerry Moore are deep. It's high. Moore wisely calls for a fair catch at about his own 20. Make it the 19, following a 36-yard punt, which is not long, but it was extremely high, allowing the defenders to get downfield. Saturday at 5, 4 Central Time, on Wide World of Sports, the Fabulous Magicians basketball team will be seen from New York's Madison Square Garden. Watch Marcus Haynes, the greatest dribbler of them all. And on the same show, the International Ladies Alpine Skiing Championship via the satellite from Oberstaufen, Germany. World's leading skiers, 2 leading teams in the country. Arkansas with the ball now at their own 19, first down. Burnett. Tagging right along with him was Larry Thomas, number 41, but Burnett's determination brought him out to the 26-yard line, a gain of 7 at 2nd and 3. Burnett now has gained 28 yards, 7 carries. The left guard up front for Arkansas, Jerry Dossey, number 74. He's been blocking superbly. There's the line on 2nd and 3. Maxwell. Maxwell with an Arkansas first down. Out of bounds at the 39, and it was Dossie again who sprung Maxwell.
And with that sweep going the way it is, and Montgomery moving the opposite side from the sweep, the bootleg pass will begin to set itself up.
All right, we'll look for it, Bud. The Arkansas offensive team. Now moving up to the 39, we have Dykus, number 20, and Reese, fastest man on the Arkansas team. In fact, he can fly. He wears number 25 on the white jersey, and you see him right at the top of the screen. That is Dykus, number 20, also out there. Montgomery looking. Reese had taken his defender deep, and then just in between came Dykus. 0 for 2 for Montgomery. There's Dykus coming back, who was the most valuable player in the Sugar Bowl a year ago. And the nice part about it, as far as Frank Broyles is concerned, Bud, is that he'll be back next year.
The fake of the trap slowed up the Mississippi rush that time and gave Montgomery plenty of time to throw the ball.
Now number 20, Dykus to this side. Opposite is Reese. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Both men are out. There's Dykus. What a turn. Fine 360 by Dykus. Brister tripping him up.
He looked a little bit like Manning.
11 yards, and it's good enough for the first down. Mississippi is in the lead 14-0 on 2 first-period touchdowns. A 69-yard run by Boboan at 8:05 in the first, and then an 18-yard run by Manning. Montgomery at midfield. And now the rushing offense combined with the passing of Arkansas coming in the front, Bud. Another first down.
That very quick trap that you just saw has been Arkansas's most effective offensive play all year. The linemen raise up, take one step back, and then move into their blocks. But as they make that movement, the tendency of the defense is to rush the passer and penetrate too deeply as they did on the last play.
The Arkansas bench on the far side. Maxwell gets a rest, replaced by 38. Russ Garber, who can ramble. Kansas native. 12-yard gain by Maxwell. First down at the Mississippi. 38. Hap Farber chases Montgomery. Montgomery's out of bounds near the 32. 2nd down and 4 coming up.
The bootleg pass was covered downfield, but he was able to turn the corner.
With the ball at the 33, 2nd down and 5. You've just switched your dial. This is the Sugar Bowl on ABC. Ole Miss, the underdog, is in a lead 14-0. It's been a thrilling game. Reese to the near side. And Burnett falls forward to about the 29 for a 4-yard gain. Larry Thomas on the tackle. So it brings up a 3rd down, and as you see, not quite 2. Sun beginning to come through the clouds here as we look at number 10, Montgomery. Number 78 is Mike Kelson, 6'4", 230-pound near side tackle. Averting a loss was Montgomery as Fred Brister, number 46, the linebacker, had busted through.
Great defensive call by Mississippi. They jumped into their 8-man rush at the very last moment. Montgomery did not take time to check signals, and he had no chance.
Now, Bud, we have a situation here. The 3rd time Arkansas has had a 4th down in field goal range. It's a 4th down and about 2.
Yeah,
they tried 2 field goals and missed.
Not this time, Chris, when they're behind 14-0.
All right. Double wing formation. And it appears that it worked. Bill Burnett worming his way. First down, Arkansas. 7 first downs for the Razorbacks, 5 for the Rebels.
Same defense that time by Mississippi, and the good call wide. It appeared that Montgomery did check signals in order to go wide when he saw the packed Mississippi defense.
On the left, or rather now on the right, with both teams in view, University of Arkansas offensive team. 9-1 in the year, Mississippi, the defensive team on the left, 7-3. With timeout, and with 10 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the first half, it is Mississippi 14, Arkansas nothing. We return to our studios for this message.
What man can resist it? The clean, crisp aroma of ocean surf. Get it in new Gillette Foamy Surf Spray Shaving Cream. A new fragrance, like the refreshing spray of a breaker. The foamy crispness of ocean whitecaps. If you've ever enjoyed the refreshing scent of ocean spray on your skin, you know what to expect in new Foamy Surf Spray by Gillette. Take the plunge today.
After the lobster. After the clams. After the corn. You know what tastes great?
Yeah, me and my Winstons, me and my Winstons, we got a real good thing.
A real good taste.
Yeah.
You're looking at the happiest set of cheerleaders because they represent the Rebels of Ole Miss. Their team in a 14-0 lead, a surprising lead, as we have 10:23 left in the first half. Arkansas has the ball at the Mississippi 26 with a first down, getting it on a 4th down and 2. Bill Montgomery calling signals. Maxwell. Marker on the field, and what a short tackle by Glenn Cannon, number 36. Referee in the white cap, Charles W. Bowen. Now talking to the leader of the Arkansas team, junior Bill Montgomery. That was marked off from the line of scrimmage, 5 yards, offside, against Mississippi. The 6th penalty against the Rebels, as we have a lot of football, a lot of Southern bells, lots of music throughout the remainder of the afternoon. So it's a first down and 5 at the 21. Little traffic jam there for Bill Burnett, number 33. And we'll give him 1 yard, making it 2nd down and 4. Coleman doing a good job, aided by Van Devender, jamming up the near side of the line at the 20. 25 and 20, Reese and Dicus running away to the far side now. Montgomery gets protection, but look out from behind. In the end zone, but far from the ball, was John Reese, number 25. And a fabulous rush by Brister again.
The flood pattern off of the trap fake, and the linebackers were slowed down by the inside trap fake. Montgomery had lots of time as he rolled to the outside. He decided he did not want to use the option to pass or run, and that when the receivers were all covered, he finally did throw the ball away.
But we have a new monster man, Bill Van Devender of Jackson, shaken up a bit on the play as Tommy McGee of Gulfport is in there. 3rd down and 4 for the Razorbacks at the 20 of Ole Miss. Was he in bounds? Yes, he was. At about the 12-yard line, the fullback, Bruce Maxwell, they needed only 4, but they get 8. And a first down. Ball spotted at the 13 as we have 9:24 remaining in the first quarter. Ole Miss 14, Arkansas nothing. Over 81,000 fans at the Sugar Bowl. Dicus 20 to the right, Reese 25 to the left. Burnett and Maxwell set. Great block by Maxwell, and Burnett is touchdown bound. The two setbacks combining beautifully, and Bill Burnett, number 33, 21 touchdowns. There he is. Let's watch it once more.
This is a new move at the start. Watch how Montgomery reverse pivots. It's the first time that he's reverse pivoted this year and run that option play. It's a little bit slower. It lets the halfback get out much further in front of the quarterback, and that wide pitch was effective for a 6-point touchdown.
81 yards, 14 plays. Bill McClard now looking for his first success kicking of the afternoon. And would you believe it? He is 0 for 3. Missing 2 field goals, and now a point after. Tomorrow night, beginning at 8:30 Eastern Time, most of the country will see a special primetime telecast of NBA basketball featuring the New York Knickerbockers being hosted by the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks led by their great rookie, Lou Alcindor. So why not join us tomorrow night, beginning at 8:30 Eastern Time, here on ABC, as we again look at the 13-yard run by Burnett.
Now watch Montgomery, and you'll see that he reverse pivots here. That reverse pivot delays him about 3 strides. It's a new play for this game. And now when he throws the pitch out to Maxwell, you can see how wide Maxwell is. He gets a great block. Pardon me, Burnett. Maxwell blocking for Burnett. And this is Burnett turning it on all the way into the end zone.
And the point after missed by McClard. It's 14-6 now. We have 9:17 remaining in the first half. McClard kicking into a strong wind, getting a lot of leg into it. Leon Phelps, 5'10", 15. And he is down at the 22-yard line. Ole Miss in the lead, 14-6. Dick Coleman on the tackle, along with Steve Walters. And now this will be the 5th time that Ole Miss has had the ball in the first half. And on the 2nd and 3rd times that they had it, they scored touchdowns, capping 80-yard drives. Archie Manning, number 18 from the 22. Stuttered in motion. Reed, did he lose the football?
He lost the football, Chris. It's a matter of when.
Dick Bumpus, number 61, believes that it was stolen prior to the play being blown dead. Terry Don Phillips coming in, but the ball remains in the hands of Ole Miss. And at the 24, it is a 2nd down and 8. Jones, 84 to the near side, stuttered in the slot. Reed in motion. Stuttered. Stuttered May had enough for the first down. Berner on the tackle.
Let's take a look at it again in slow motion. This is Stuttered. See the motion man coming to the outside. The Arkansas hard rush on the corner. Stuttered turning to the outside. He's wide open as he catches the ball. He's fighting for a little extra yardage, spins, but the pursuit of Arkansas keeps him from picking up anything additional, even though he was making a good lateral move.
The measurement for the first down, Ole Miss. So with the ball at the 32, Ole Miss keeps its drive alive, which started at the 22, as they have a 14-6 lead. 8:15 to go. First half. Riley Myers now in the lineup, number 86, the near side split end. Look at him get that ball away. Jim Poole, big sophomore, caught it, and now the Arkansas players are Cliff Powell, one of the tri-captains, arguing with one of the officials, but there's a Mississippi first down.
Let's watch it again. This is something that Manning does better than anyone I've ever seen. He's pressured from the outside. He's hit as he throws the ball, and he completes the pass to Poole.
Started out very cold in the ball game. If you're just joining us, he was 0 for 3, but now he has completed 6 of 10 for 105 yards. And Ole Miss with a 14-6 lead. Now first down at the 43 of the Rebels. Randy Reed carrying on the play. And he is across the 45. Call it the 46, 2nd down and 7.
Let's watch Powell, the middle linebacker. They call him Bird Dog in the Arkansas defense. Reading, setting, sifting through, and meeting the ball carrier with a perfect tackle.
Buddy Jones, 84 left. Raleigh Myers, 86 near side. Jones and Mississippi gets near the Arkansas 35, make it inside the 35. The 34. Beautiful play of 20 yards.
Watch it again in slow motion. This is Jones, the wingback, and Manning was rolling. Jones gives it a little weave and then breaks to the outside. Manning was hit just as he threw the ball, but he kept it on target.
The Sugar Bowl, Ole Miss, 1st down at the 34. Bo Bowen, who scored the first Mississippi touchdown, 69-yard run from scrimmage, stopped by Bruce James and Roger Harnish. Gain of about 1 yard, bringing up a 2nd down and 9. 6 minutes, 5 seconds left in the first half, and incidentally at halftime, you'll have both university bands. You will see many members of the modern all-time All-America team. Okay, 2nd and 9. Bowen proving his balance is superb. Number 22, and Berner stops him at the 24. 79 yards on 4 carries for Bowen, but the big one was a 69-yard touchdown run.
As Reed moved to the outside, the linebacker moved out with him, opening up the inside hole.
Well, a little breath-holding situation again for the Ole Miss fans. Here's a measurement. Now they can relax. Ole Miss with another 1st down. 9 for each team, but Ole Miss leads 14-6. Jones, 84 left. Raleigh Myers, and the tight end, don't forget, Jim Poole, who can catch passes. Blocking on this play. Raleigh Myers had Terry Stewart, number 24 in white, covering him. Incompletion, 2nd down and 10, and from the Goodyear blimp, the Tulane Stadium right on the campus here in New Orleans, Louisiana. The Sugar Bowl, the 36th annual.
And that last play by Stewart was great execution by a defensive halfback. The pass was on target. He timed it perfectly and simply knocked the receiver loose from the ball.
Manning 7 of 12. Now he has a 2nd and 10 from the Arkansas 24. Poole at about the 19. For an Ole Miss fan, Bud, he's the cardiac type of runner, isn't he?
Well, he's unreal, Chris. He's so absolutely cool when he's moving, and he delivers the ball as most pocket passers do when he's dead on the run and pressured.
What a sense of humor. As we were down in the field before the game, Mississippi team came out in their street clothes, their blazers, and he looked at Bill Fleming, Bud, and all of us, and said, gee, this stadium's a little different than the one at Drew High School in Drew, Mississippi. He's not overawed when it comes to playing football. So now with a 3rd down and about 6. Oh, what a catch. Buddy Jones, 19 yards, but hold the phone. Marker at the line of scrimmage.
And you could see Manning check signals that time after Arkansas had jumped the defense. He called the perfect play.
.507 remaining in the first half. The Rebel fans up in arms as the 7th penalty now being assessed against Ole Miss. An interference penalty against Ole Miss.
Let's watch it again. This is Jones, the wingback. Downfield, turning the square corner as Manning rolls to the same side. The pass is delivered. Moore going in to try to knock the ball loose, goes to the ground, and that sets it up easily for Jones to take it into the end zone, but the penalty was called.
And of course now Ole Miss is faced with a 4th down situation. Arkansas has had 3 of them already this afternoon. And it appears now with 91 on the field, this is Cloyce Hinton, that they may try a field goal. Hinton, the sophomore from Gloucester, Mississippi, is 5 of 12 as Manning. There you get a good look at him without the helmet. He's upset.
Can't quite believe it. He checked signals, made a perfect play, and they wind up 4th down trying to kick a field goal.
Nearly 52 yards. Dead ahead with the wind to his back. Hinton. It appears long enough. Good. "52 yards. It's the 36th annual Sugar Bowl to New Orleans with timeout. The score, Ole Miss 17, Arkansas 6.
You start with an idea. It grows into a business. The business means greater responsibilities. Management problems get more complex. You take on a partner, 2 partners, 3. Growth, expansion, change. John Hancock knows all about it from first-hand experience. That's why we know how to help you as you grow with stock redemption plans, key man coverage, cross-purchase agreements, or other complicated financial services that can help you manage the growth of your business. So no matter how large your business or how small, when you think of your growing insurance needs, think of your John Hancock man. His business is protecting yours.
John Hancock, huh?
34 is Bruce Maxwell of Arkansas, as we have had a record-breaking field goal in the Sugar Bowl, kicked by Cloyce Hinton, 52 yards as Ole Miss leads 17-6. Here's Hinton's kick. Burnett going over the far side to the 5 to 10, 15 for the Razorbacks. Hopping out across the 26-yard line. Bill Burnett gets Arkansas the ball following the kick, which came after a 52-yard field goal. Now from the 26, 1st and 10 for the Razorbacks. They scored 6 points on a 13-yard run by Burnett, failing on the point after, as they failed on 2 field goal attempts earlier in the game. Montgomery. Probably saw that flag thrown. Burnett carrying up to about the 30. Dennis Coleman talking to one of the officials, along with number 78, Claude Harrod, part of the Mississippi defensive team. And it's going against those in white, the Razorbacks. And listen to the Rebel fans. Comes back to the 14-yard line. Holding.
And that's the first penalty against Arkansas.
So with 4:46 remaining in the first half, it's 17-6. 4th down, or rather 1st down, and about 22. Here's Montgomery. Reese going. He was out of bounds. John Reese, Jonesboro, number 25, out of bounds.
Let's take a look at it again in slow motion. This is Reese, lined up at his flanker position, driving down the field, past the linebacker, the monster man, turning a very square corner. Here comes the pass, and watch his feet. Can't quite see on the bottom of the screen whether that foot light's in or out of bounds. But the referee is right there, and he calls it out of bounds, and I'm sure correctly so.
2nd down now, 22 for Arkansas. Beautiful catch by All-American Dykes. Down at the 29. Gain of 15. It's 3rd down and 7. Blount covering number 20.
Let's watch it again in slow motion. This is Dykes, number 20, down the field. Breaking past the wide linebacker, Brister. Cutting the square corner across the field. And there comes that perfect throw from Montgomery. Dykes trying to find a little daylight, but good pursuit brings him down.
3rd and 7. Reese. 4th down and 7 for Arkansas. Neely covering, joined by Van Devender, who is back in the lineup now.
We spoke, Chris, about the offensive strength of both of these teams. This is a 3rd punt, and there's only 3 minutes and 57 seconds left to go in this half.
Kerry Stockdale is the punter. And one of the deep men is Phelps. The other is Bob Knight, number 28. Into the wind. Down by Arkansas. We'll call it the 44 by number 75, Bob Stankovich. 26-yard punt. You know, throughout the coming winter season, ABC features many hours of sports excitement on Saturday and Sunday. On Saturdays, ABC's Wide World of Sports will be preceded by the Professional Bowlers Tour. Then on Sunday afternoons, it's the NBA Basketball Game of the Week, followed by award-winning hunting and fishing series, The American Sportsman. It returns Sunday, January 25th. So join us Saturdays and Sundays. Leon Phelps in the lineup now. Phelps catches it, gets blocking. Bruce James makes the tackle. Real fine blocking by Buddy Mitchell, 6'4", 230, and I believe that's the second time we've patted him on the back today.
One of the very tough plays. You have a very fast runner like Phelps, and he runs that hitch pattern, one step down the field, and then comes back behind the line of scrimmage to catch the ball, giving Mitchell time to get out ahead of him for the block.
Phelps now being used as a split end to the far side from the 44 of Arkansas, 1st down. This time, Reed. Back again between the 44 and 45, so it is 2nd down and 10. Manning with a 60% completion thus far in the game, having thrown 15 times. Phelps comes to the near sideline. And it looks like either Buddy Jones or Floyd Franks will be there. It is Jones, number 84.
Let's go, let's go!
Nice avoiding run by Randy Reed, the sophomore of Ole Miss. Down at about the 29, nearly 15 yards as Terry Don Phillips stops him.
And when he picks up in motion, he's not being covered quite tightly by Arkansas, giving him time to catch the ball and maneuver after he makes the catch.
11 first downs for the Rebels. This is the Arkansas side of the field. Flanker in a split end from the 29 of Arkansas. Now we have Poole flip-flopping. Manning. Poole is alone, but he goes to Stutter. Poole going deep, Stutter trailing him by 10 yards, and Stutter gets another touchdown for Mississippi. 56-yard march by the Rebels, and look at their flag down here in Dixie. 5 plays to get on the scoreboard. Vernon Studdard, a junior, now for the point after. We have King trying it. Up and good. At 2:37 on the clock left in the first half. Mississippi Rebels, the underdogs, have come up now, leading by a score of 24-6, as you see, and their total offense is awesome. With the 2:37 remaining in the first half, over 200 yards as we look at that stuttered touchdown again.
This is stuttered. Manning rolling to the bottom of the screen. Terry Stewart, the Arkansas halfback, who's on the corner here, slips and goes to the ground. Studdard is wide open. You can see Stewart trying to get up and get back into play here. He came up off the ground, but he was simply too late as Studdard takes it easily into the end zone for the Mississippi touchdown.
Touchdown run by Bo Bowen, another by quarterback Archie Manning, and now a pass, Manning to Studdard. And back deep is Bill Burnett. Here's Henton's kick. And it's a touchback. Bill Burnett. 2:35 to go in the first half. So it'll come out to the 20, first down, as we pause 5 seconds to allow our local stations to identify themselves. Coach Johnny Vaught, a TCU All-American, 23 seasons at Ole Miss, his 16th, or rather his 17th bowl team, 13 consecutive bowl appearances.
I'm thinking right now, Chris, that the game plan thus far has been reasonably successful.
Yes, I would think so. So from the 20, it's Bill Montgomery. Brand is the center. This is the fullback, Maxwell. Maybe enough for the first down. 2:23 to go with the clock running. Bob Knight covering defensively. Not quite enough. As you see, the ball is spotted just short of the 30. So it'll be a second down and inches for Arkansas, with Reese 25 to the far side, Dicus 30 to the near side. First down for Arkansas. Out to the 37, Maxwell. 1:55 to go.
Arkansas has 4 timeouts remaining.
You just joined us. You've missed some great action by an underdog Mississippi team, ranked 13th in the country against Arkansas, ranked number 3. They lead 24-6, and here's Arkansas. Montgomery. John Reese fielding the ball at the 48-yard line, and the ball at the 48-yard line, an 11-yard gain and a first down as time has been called.
Just to move the stakes, I believe, Chris,
right,
on the first down.
No team timeout here now with 1.5 minutes to go, and Arkansas trailing. The 48, first down. Montgomery. Tried to step into the pocket, but John Aldridge wouldn't allow it, number 72, and that Ole Miss jersey. And the loss is back to the 42. Loss of 6, so it's second down and 16. Next Saturday afternoon via the satellite, ABC's Wide World of Sports will have as its feature the Hula Bowl, live via the satellite from Honolulu. Heisman Trophy winner Steve Owens, the runner-up Mike Phipps of Purdue, all the great stars like Wayne Gillette, University of Richmond. There's some many great players that come from some of the smaller schools, and they'll all be at the Hula Bowl. And speaking of the Heisman, Bud, we have Archie Manning here today, who, well, I guess not surprisingly, finished very, very high in the balloting as a junior.
This Mississippi team that has 24 points on the board, their offensive team, has only 1 senior. They returned 10 of the 11 starters.
And Arkansas, quite a bit a junior team. Timeouts left, Arkansas 2, Ole Miss 1. Second down and 16. Montgomery to Maxwell. Maxwell to the Mississippi 46. Thomas on the tackle. Not enough for the first down. It'll be a third down and 4.
With the clock moving.
Montgomery now coming up behind his center, All-American Rodney Brand, has completed 6 of 12. Third and 4. Look at that rush. Long to Dicus. Touchdown. 54 yards. A tremendous rush by the Mississippi front four. And a great throw by Bill Montgomery and the speedster, Dicus, getting the second Arkansas touchdown, making it 24-12.
Mississippi was in their prevent defense with an absolutely free safety as Montgomery was able to roll out of the pocket. The defense froze momentarily. Dicus was behind them for the play that you just don't believe can happen when you're in the prevent.
Arkansas now goes for two. It was intended for the tight end, Pat Morrison. And I'd like to see that touchdown again, Bud.
All right, let's take a look at it. Arkansas coming to the line of scrimmage. Double slot set to the bottom of the screen. You can see Montgomery being rushed, rolling out. And as he's rolling, the defense moved laterally with him, enabling Dicus to get behind everyone into the end zone for the score. Let's take a look at Dicus in slow motion. You can see him breaking to the outside, down the field. And now he's floating as Montgomery moves to the outside, and he went past his halfback. And also, he's past Neely. Montgomery, as he broke to the outside, saw him wide open, hit him with a perfect strike for the 6 points for Arkansas.
You've been elsewhere. You have missed terrific action here at the Sugar Bowl. 555 yards of offensive action. And now Ole Miss, Leon Phelps with the ball. Ooh!
They came to play.
A trio of Razorbacks there on Phelps at about the 39-yard line. And the score here is 24-12. Arkansas edging a little bit closer. They just got 6 points closer on a 54-yard pass run. Montgomery to Dicus. Ole Miss with 30 seconds left on the clock before the great halftime show here at the Sugar Bowl. From the 38, Archie Manning, who has one touchdown running. He has thrown another. The last two stuttered. There he is. Thing about Archie, if you get tired of seeing his back, he'll just turn around and show you the front. But there was a big loss tacked on to the Arkansas defense.
On those rare occasions when you get him down, you feel like you've accomplished something of a miracle.
Bruce James, the Arkansas left end, and the right tackle, or rather right end, Dick Bumpus, pinched in on him and get him at the 35. Actually, it's a 3-yard loss, so it's going to be a second down and 13.
Part of the Arkansas defensive plan is for the contained end away from Manning's original movement to get deeper than Manning, so that when he makes that full reverse of the field, he'll be looking right down the throat of the contained man. But thus far, he has seen this man and then moved back inside of him. He's got amazing maneuverability.
Manning's total offense, 201 yards, and as we indicated a moment ago, he has one touchdown to his credit, an 18-yard run. He threw another touchdown of 29 yards to Vern Studdard of the Rebels. And the other Mississippi touchdown was scored by Bo Bowen, while Arkansas scores have come on a 13-yard run by Burnett and a Montgomery to Dicus 54-yard scoring play. 20 seconds to go in the first half. 24-12, second and 13, Ole Miss. Reed in motion. And Poole comes back out to the 49. Let's see if it's enough for the first down. Bobby Field covering, and we have 10 seconds to go, first half, and what a show. Fans galore. More Queens than you've probably seen anywhere, and many of the modern all-time All-Americans are here to be honored.
And we get a break from Mississippi here with a measurement. They only have one timeout remaining. With the measurement, they'll be able to be up on the ball without using up their timeout as soon as the referee declares it ready for play, regardless of whether they make or do not make the first down.
The Goodyear blimp Mayflower here in a city overhead that is 250 years old, New Orleans. So it's that Mississippi first down following the measurement now. 10 seconds to go. Can Archie Manning pull out another of his heart stoppers? Reed in motion. Manning in motion. Look at that. A deflected pass intercepted by 63 Roger Harnish. But time, it appears, on the clock has expired in the first half, and the players now will go to their respective dressing rooms. Would you like to see it again? All right, here
Watch
it is.
the pursuit man coming from the opposite side. There goes the motion man, Phelps. Number 85 for Arkansas, James, the defensive end, gets a hand on him, holds him. Manning gets rid of the ball. Well defended, pounces. The interception was made by number 63, Harnish, but the clock had run out, or Arkansas might have had field goal position.
But it just tells us what's going to happen in the second half. Another thrilling game. As you see, we have 36 points on the scoreboard already here in the Sugar Bowl. And what a great halftime of entertainment coming up. The score at the end of the first half, Mississippi 24.
This winter, make sure your car starts like it's summertime with dry Sunoco gasoline.
People in the know, they're moving to Sunoco for a piece of the action.
The wintertime action of dry Sunoco gasoline. With dry Sunoco gasoline all winter long, your car starts like it's summertime. And all year long, you get the action of Sunoco 260. Highest octane gasoline you can buy anywhere in the world. Every Sunoco blend from regular up is primed with 260. Each one gives you a piece of the action. When you stop at Sunoco, you go with confidence.
Rod Steiger visits the Dick Cavett Show tonight on ABC.
This is Bill Fleming on the sidelines here at the 36th Annual Sugar Bowl Classic in New Orleans on a perfect day for football. And I'd like to just give you a brief preview of what we're going to see here at halftime. Both bands of Mississippi and Arkansas are here. You'll meet 7 members of the all-time All-America football team. You'll see fireworks, and you'll also hear the sweet music from Al Hurt. So it promises to be quite a halftime, and let's get it underway with the marching Razorbacks from the University of Arkansas, saluting Arkansas, the state of opportunity here today. The tune is Hey Look Me Over, and from that, signifying the recreational features of that great state of Arkansas, we'll hear Let's Get Away From It All, and finally, Let's Be Happy. Marching Razorbacks under the direction of Dr. Richard Worthington. And now we move to the second portion of Arkansas, the land of opportunity, river commerce. We'll have a riverboat formed and tune cruising down the river and waiting for the Robert E. Lee. Arkansas, the land of opportunity, also features agriculture and mining. And with some diamond precision drilling, we'll hear diamonds are a girl's best friend. Marching Razorback Band from the University of Arkansas under the direction of Dr. Richard Worthington. And you'll be hearing more from the Arkansas band here as they will combine a little bit later on at halftime with the band from the University of Mississippi. Now let's go back to our telecast booth for just a moment and Chris Schenkel.
All right, Bill. The Sugar Bowl game between Mississippi and Arkansas is being brought to you by Chevrolet. Chevrolet is on the move with great new models for 1970, including the exciting cars in your Chevrolet dealer's sports department. By Pan Am, the world's most experienced airline, the airline that makes the going great. By John Hancock, the growing and changing life insurance company for your growing and changing life. And by Gillette, Platinum Plus, the blade you've always wanted, and more. Now back to the field and Bill Fleming.
Ladies and gentlemen, on this final day of the centennial year of college football, it's really an honor to have with us 7 members of the all-time All-America football team as voted by the Football Writers Association of America. We'd like to introduce them to you now here at the 30-yard line. First of all, from Stanford, the indestructible one-man gang back Ernie Nevers. From the University of Minnesota, consensus All-America in 1929, tackle Bronco Nagurski. From Washington State, All-American 1930, center Mel Hine. From Alabama, 1934, All-American end Don Hudson. From the University of Chicago, in 1935, first winner of the Heisman Trophy, back Jay Berwanger. All-American in 1938, 39, and 40 at guard from the University of Tennessee, Bob Suffridge. 5 members of this team could not be on the field today. One is here. He is Frank Bruiser Kennard, assistant coach at the University of Mississippi. There are 4 others who could not be with us today. We should like to acknowledge them. First of all, Red Grange, halfback from Illinois. Benny Osterbahn, end from the University of Michigan. Jim Parker, guard from Ohio State. And quarterback Sammy Baugh from Texas Christian. This all-time All-America team was selected from thousands of candidates by the Football Writers Association of America and is here today through the courtesy of the Chevrolet Motor Division. It's my great pleasure to introduce to you at this time the General Sales Manager of Chevrolet, Mr. Robert D. Lund. Bob?
Thank you very much, Bill, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Chevrolet is proud of our association with the great game of college football, particularly so in this, the centennial year. The game has stood the test of time and grows in strength every year and has produced men of unusual achievements such as the group of legendary heroes we honor today. It's a distinct honor for me and for Chevrolet to be able to present this all-time team to you, ladies and gentlemen, today. And now, at the end of the centennial year, I know that each of these men join me in wishing college football continued success as we move forward in the second century of football competition. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bob. Now let's go back to Chris Schenkel.
Okay, Bill Fleming. Well, you're looking at New Orleans, Louisiana. It's a great city, and we hope you can visit it soon. This is the scene of the annual Sugar Bowl Classic, and what a game we're having today. On ABC, Wide World of Sports. And coming up this Saturday at 5/4 Central Time, the Fabulous Magicians basketball team with the world's greatest dribbler, Marcus Haynes. He is just sensational. Also on Wide World this Saturday, International Ladies Alpine Skiing via the satellite from Oberstaufen, Germany. The leading female skiers vie for the valuable points counting towards the cherished World Cup, which signifies supremacy in the skiing world. The United States contingent is led by Barbara Cochran and Judy Nagel. And now, what a contingent of musicians and twirlers down on the field, and here again is Bill Fleming.
Thank you very much, Chris. The 183-member band from the University of Mississippi coming on to the field right now under the direction of Mr. James Ferguson. The music, the overture from Der Meistersinger by Richard Wagner. The first number that the band will feature today is an exciting rendition of Temptation. And we'll see a young lady from, oddly enough, from Hughes, Arkansas, will be featured in this number, Dot McCoy. Now the University of Mississippi Marching Band playing a number written by William Billings, America's first native-born composer. It's called Chester. Perhaps you recognize now the music of the Marseillaise. It's the Overture 1812 by Tchaikovsky. The concluding number by the Mississippi Band, and the drum major today is Phil Nanny from Baldwin, Mississippi. Arrangements by Andrew Fox. As mentioned earlier, this band will join the Arkansas Band And we will have the final portion of the halftime show following this number that I guarantee some real excitement with parachutes from the sky, fireworks, and all. University of Mississippi Marching Band. Now let's take a look at the videotape highlights of some of the action in the first half. First of all, we're going to see the 69-yard touchdown run by Bo Bowen for Mississippi, which made the score 7-0 in favor of Ole Miss. A startling run by Bo Bowen to get Ole Miss off to the lead. Now the field goal of 52 yards by Coyce Hinton. That made the score 17-6 Mississippi after Arkansas had scored. And finally the second touchdown of Arkansas when Montgomery passed to Dykes for 47 yards. And we have a halftime score here of 24-12 with Ole Miss pulling quite a surprise. On the field right now, we have the United States Merchant Marine Academy Midshipman Brigade, 100 men strong from Kings Point, Long Island, with 100 flags. And we will have the Sugar Bowl Queen coming out very shortly. Mr. Al Hurt will be featured playing his trumpet. The huge American flag, which you see on the far side of the field, is the largest American flag in existence. Brought here today as part of this 36th annual Sugar Bowl Classic in New Orleans on a perfect day for football. And as far as the Ole Miss fans are concerned, a perfect day on the field for them with their team out in front of Arkansas, 24-12 here at halftime. And the Sugar Bowl flag here, emblematic of this great football classic. And in a short time, we're going to have some parachutes shot from fireworks. And on the end of the parachute will be doubloons cast specifically for the Sugar Bowl game. And an airplane is supposed to fly over and drop 1,000 little parachutes with doubloons hanging down, and there'll be quite a grab for those from these 81,000 fans. Now the music of Ain't She Sweet as the Sugar Bowl Queen, Ella Roberts, on the field. chairman of the first annual Sugar Bowl parade, which we hope you saw earlier in the day here on ABC, standing to the Queen's right. On the field, the formation of the Sugar Bowl here. Here comes Al Hurt out to the center of the field. Al is going to play, as it's so appropriate, Old Lang Syne. Here he is, the King of New Orleans. And now let's go to Happy Days Are Here Again. Up go the balloons. And from the sky, dropped by airplane, here come the 1,000 parachutes with the Sugar Bowl doubloons. Bombs are bursting overhead. And silhouetted against the sky there, the Goodyear blimp and all the doubloons floating down here to this capacity throng of 81,000 fans for the 36th annual Sugar Bowl Classic. Well, the halftime and music are over, and coming up, the second half of this game, and the score here in New Orleans, Mississippi 24, Arkansas 12.
Hope you brought your appetite with you, Charlie, pal, because Mill's making that pot roast just the way you like it with the little onions. Pal, you look like a million in singles. Speaking of a million, what about this neighborhood, huh? Beautiful, beautiful, huh? The people, the kind of neighbors you dream about, Charlie, they're all sick. I'll give you for instance. I had a little hauling to do, no big deal, so I went down to Chevy and got one of those fleet-side pickups. Beautiful little truck. Millie drives it around like a sports car with those bucket seats. Well, the guy next door sees one, he gets the same exact truck. Same double-wall construction, plus white sidewall tires. The guy next to him, same truck, plus fog lights. And then it started. If they're trying to stay me, they got the wrong guy, pal, because I got a sense of the humor. Well, here we are, Charlie. Watch that step, Charlie. Yeah, she's big, but she handles beautifully. The neighbors, don't worry about them. They're all my friends.
The Chevy Movers at your Chevrolet dealers.
And now being led out on the field, the Rebels of Ole Miss, who at halftime have a 24-12 lead. And what a spectacular halftime show here at the 36th Sugar Bowl, New Orleans, Louisiana. Still some of the parachutes coming from out of the sky with American flags beneath the canopy and gold doubloons. This being not only the birth spot of Dixieland Jazz, but also where pirates once roamed, Jean and Pierre Lafitte, before they joined forces with Andrew Jackson in the Battle of New Orleans. So the doubloons are quite the collector's items. And here are the Razorbacks.
And the first half statistics You can see what an offensive battle it has been. We'll get them back in just a moment. This is Arkansas coming on the field. And now back to the statistics. First downs very close. Offensive plays and numbers very close. But Mississippi leading, the Rebels having 310 total yards against 256 for Arkansas. One interception for each team. The vitally important statistic is time of possession, with two brilliant offensive teams. Who has the ball the longest period of time has got to be in charge, and Mississippi held the ball for 17 minutes and 5 seconds of the first half. Arkansas had it only 12:55. I'm sure between halves, Chris, that's what Frank Royals was talking to his team about. I don't know what you say about how do we stop Manning, but we've got to stop Manning and get the ball ourselves.
Right, Bud, and he is certainly awesome. 6'3" from Drew, Mississippi, warming up here on the near sideline now. And Arkansas, the number 3 ranked team in the country, with only one loss. That was to Texas by 1 point, a game we televised here on ABC and enjoyed by millions, including the President of the United States. Arkansas has the ability to come from behind. They have during the season. They were trailing 14-0, and then Bill Burnett raced 13 yards for their first score, only to have Mississippi's Cloyce Henton set a Sugar Bowl record, kicking a field goal of 52 yards. As overhead, the Goodyear blimp getting a little more sunshine now as the day improves as we go along. And it was 17-6, but then Manning hit Vern Studdard on a 29-yard pass to go ahead 24-6, and back came the Razorbacks, with Montgomery hitting Chuck Dicus 54 yards to make it 24-12. The overhead shot of the Sugar Bowl, Tulane Stadium, over 81,000 here today. It'll be Arkansas kicking to Mississippi. As you know, they won the toss, the opening toss, and they elected to defend the goal to their left, and they had to kick to Mississippi. Mississippi had the choice here to start the second half, and they want to receive. And the wind has calmed here at the second largest port in America, New Orleans, as McClard now gets ready to move to the ball. Peltz is one of the deep men. There he is in his own end zone, and wisely decides to have a touchback. So Archie Manning and Ole Miss take it from their own 20 now, leading 24-12.
In the first half, Arkansas at the start of the game had their defense very wide to contain Manning. That opened up the pop for Bowen. They then moved their defense inside in a more balanced pattern, and that gave Manning the running room that he needs. Let's see how they play the defense this half, Chris.
Arkansas setting those 4 men up front now, joined by the 3 linebackers from the 20, first down. And they try to contain Bo Bowen, number 22, who had the first touchdown of the day on a 69-yard run. Mike Boschetti, one of the linebackers, makes the stop. And the gain is, let's call it the 23. So it'll be a second down and 7. The offensive line, Franks, Mitchell, Coker. So on down the line. Ole Miss in the dark jerseys. Their colors being cardinal red and navy blue. Reed in motion. Second and 7. Vernon Studdard of Columbus, Mississippi, number 81. Forced out of bounds by Bobby Field, number 49. And the advance is to near the 30. And it's crucial where the ball is marked, since they were very close to a first down. They missed it by less than a yard.
And with the slot to the top of the screen and the tailback going in motion to the bottom of the screen, Arkansas was reduced to single coverage, which made it possible for Studdard to catch the ball in front of the defensive halfback.
Southeast Conference Player of the Year, Archie Manning, 13 of 20, 205 yards on a third down and less than 1. They are denied the first down by the Arkansas defense. It's fourth down coming up at the Mississippi 30. And there you saw the reaction of Roger Harnish, the sophomore, tackle, number 63. Fourth down. Correction. They did make the first down. Well, we'll take a 5-yard penalty for that one.
I'm not so sure you should.
I'm not so sure either. First and 10 from the 30 for the Rebels. That's Reed in motion. And Big Jim Poole, first-year varsity man. Hard to bring down, wasn't he, by Len Garner, number 53, and Jerry Moore. I hope we have videotape of that play for a first down on 3rd and less than 1. Here it is.
Take a look at it, and you could see the counter fake and the ball to the delay man, and it didn't appear to me that he picked up much.
Well, if he did, it isn't 1970. That's all I can say. 1st and 10 now. That's Reed in motion to the far side. Ole Miss leading 24-12.
Go back, go back, go back!
That was intended for Studdard, number 81. Defending deep for the Razorbacks was Bobby Field and Jerry Moore.
And the Arkansas defense played that one perfectly. They had the rush on at the time that Manning was rolling out to throw the ball.
Second down and 10 now with 12 minutes and 59 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Cheer on, say the Razorbacks, with Ole Miss having a 24-12 lead. 2nd and 10. It's a pretty successful mix-up.
The ride was very tight, a little tighter than Archie wanted it, but he had the presence of mind to pull the ball out, slide outside.
He's carried the ball, either by call or out of necessity, 6 times today. He gets to the 47. That's a pickup of 9. So it's a 3rd down and 1. In a few moments, we're going to have a slow motion of a play. A few moments ago, but here's Manning.
And
Studdard, the intended receiver.
Let's take a look at that previous 3rd down 1 play and see whether you think he got it across the line of scrimmage. He's got to cross the white line in order to make it, or be on the white line. And you can have a pretty square angle here, and it doesn't seem that the ball got quite to the yard line, the 30-yard line. The kickoff was in the end zone. The play started, first down started from the 20-yard line, and it didn't appear that he got across the 30. Those are the close, tough calls that give coaches gray hair.
Julian Fagan on 4th and 1, kicking for Ole Miss into the wind. Gets high, allowing good kick coverage. Fair catch call for looking right into the sun was Jerry Moore at the 16. The punt went 33 yards. So Arkansas gets the ball for the first time here in the second half, trailing 24-12. We have a timeout at the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans. The score, Mississippi 24, Arkansas 12, as we return to our studios for this important message.
Pardon me. What's in the basket?
Oh, wild berries, fresh spring flowers, and country soft, country fresh Salem cigarettes.
But what's that tune you were humming?
Oh, it's the Salem song.
And what are the lyrics?
I thought you'd never ask.
You can take Salem out of the country, but
search no more. The quest for the ultimate blade is over. Gillette introduces Platinum Plus, the blade with an edge of Gillette's astonishing new platinum alloy. Platinum Plus, harder than stainless, more durable than chrome, to shave you not just cleaner, but with more comfort than any blade in history. Gillette Platinum Plus, the blade you've always wanted, and more.
You're looking at a great guy, Coach Frank Broyles of the Razorbacks, who's trying to get his team organized. They have the ball for the first time here in the second half from their own 16. Montgomery, the quarterback. And there goes yard producing Bill Burnett. Maybe enough for a first down. Frank Broyles, the incoming president of the American Football Coaches Association. He has coached 6 Southwestern Conference title teams, 8 bowl teams.
And what he's doing is talking to his defensive team, telling them you did stop them the last time, and the next time we are on defense, we can stop them without a first down if we can just coordinate and play together.
Bill Burnett, the junior, with 11 yards and a first down. 11:56 to go in the third quarter. 24-12, Ole Miss leads. Montgomery to Burnett. Maxwell blocking. Good defensive play. Hap Barber, number 47, the senior from Jackson, Mississippi. No gain. 2nd and 10. For Arkansas up front, these men that you see supered on your television screen. Rodney Brand anchoring the line. All-American center. As Reese is sent to the near side, number 25. Dicus is opposite. That was Chuck Dicus. Just couldn't hang on to it, right near the midfield stripe. So it's a 3rd down and 10.
Let's take a look
for
at it in
Arkansas.
slow motion. It's the trap fake in the backfield, which again delays the Mississippi rush. Dicus cutting across the field is open. The linebackers are in front of him. Their hands are up in the air as the ball comes in. The pass is a little bit low. He reaches for it, gets his hands on it, but can't quite hold it.
3rd down and 10 now. Big play for Arkansas, trailing 24-12 here in the 3rd quarter. Montgomery. Maxwell, the fullback, couldn't pull it out of the air. There was good double coverage in the center, led by Glenn Cannon and Bill Van Devender.
And I think we had an assignment error also. When 2 receivers are both on the ball, one of them has run the wrong course.
All right, in the punt now. Kerry Stockdale of Richmond, Virginia. Leon Feltz, one of the potential receivers for Ole Miss. And the boy that gets it is Bobby Knight. And Knight's return has Mississippi near the Arkansas 43, 1st down. Don't forget this Saturday on ABC's Wide World of Sports, the Harlem Magicians and also International Ladies Alpine Skiing. That's 5 Eastern, 4 Central. As the ball changes hands, Ole Miss gets it for the 2nd time at the Arkansas 43 with the punter, Stockdale, making the tackle. A penalty against Arkansas declined. Archie Manning, number 18, with Bowen, Reed, and Studdard. The slight delay is for the referee, very much a gentleman, running way back to pick up the flag to give to another official. A little power running by the fullback, Bo Bowen. Maybe getting 3 yards. Roger Harnish in on the play, 63, as we look at Manning from Drew, Mississippi. Boy with the range and a great arm. 2nd down and 7 now for Ole Miss from the 40 of Arkansas. 24-12, 10:27 to go, 3rd quarter. Now we have 84 Jones to the far side, 81 Stoddard toward us. Manning toward the goal line. Archie Manning tackled by Jerry Moore. From the 40, he moved the ball inside practically the 10.
The pass called, and that's the 5th time that he has escaped breaking the pattern of the play to convert a bad play into a long one. Let's take a look at it again. Watch him roll to the bottom of the screen, getting ready to throw it, then that daylight opens up for him, and watch him make that open field move.
Looking toward the stake on the far side. The ball is inside the 10. Very important because they'll have to go in. And getting about 3 yards closer is Bo Bowen. Quite a bit of body contact down near the end zone. Cliff Powell coming over fast, joined by 85 Bruce James, and the ball is dead at the 7. 2nd and goal.
But no illegal play, Chris. He'd already left his feet before he heard the whistle blow.
Studdard is the flanker to the far side. Jones split this way. Whoops.
Manning was checking signals. Mississippi jumped to see what the call will be.
Wimpy Winther from Biloxi is the offensive center, number 52. Had a little talk there with Roger Harnish, number 63 in white. Procedure penalty
Let's watch it again.
Offensive team.
Slow motion, number 63, just to the right of the quarterback. You can see him moving, and he's going to make what we call a scramble block, move to the outside, but the ball has not gone, and he is offside on the play. Jernigan.
Watch with her now, the second down play. This one coming from the 12. Archie Manning moving from the 12 to about the 10. Third down for Ole Miss as Howell, Garner, and Boschetti, the linebackers, made the stop. Manning's total offense now is 267 yards. And in one of our early NCAA telecasts, as they downed Alabama by 33-32, Manning had 540 total yards. Third down now from the 12. Reed in motion. '53 is senior Lynn Garner from Fort Smith, Arkansas, making that big tackle back at the 20, and it brings up a fourth down.
And that's the contained man from the offside, being a little deeper than Manning as he tried to reverse his field.
And now the man who set a Sugar Bowl record kicking today with a 52-yard field goal, Cloyce Henton, is going to step up to the ball. He's the sophomore from Gloucester, Mississippi. And this one, plus the 10 of the end zone, will be 36 yards. Jimmy Wallace holding. Up. Good. As the 100th year of college football comes to an end, we're witnessing one of the year's great postseason football games, the Sugar Bowl from New Orleans, Louisiana. Now with timeout and 7:23 left in the third quarter, the score is Mississippi 27, Arkansas 12.
Oh, they're hidden all right, but they're there. Those monsters that can slowly but surely eat your business up from within. The ironclad inventory antiquity, for example, or the piled high paperwork perpetual. And what do you do when you discover a burgeoning billing bungle, a disorderly order apparatus, or most common and possibly most dangerous, the American snail-paced memo? There's just one thing to do when business problems gang up on you. That's to get the Bell system on your side. Not just the telephone, but the vast communications network behind it. Once you know how to put our system to work, it'll tame any business monster you'll find. Call in a Bell System communications consultant. Get him on your side.
And now following a 36-yard field goal by Cloyce Henton of Mississippi to put the Rebels in front of the Razorbacks 27-12. Henton will kick to the Razorbacks into the wind. 7:23 to go in the third quarter. Good kick by Henton. Hanging up there now. Burnett has it. His own end zone touchback.
And Arkansas has had the ball only 1 minute and 15 seconds thus far in the quarter, so the ball control of Ole Miss continues to take its toll.
7:20 left in the third quarter. And again repeating, if you have just joined us at the Sugar Bowl, Ole Miss has led from the start. They now lead 27-12. They get out to a 14-0 lead, then 14-6, 17-6, 24-6, then 24-12, and now a field goal by Mississippi, 3 more. What a cheerleader. A tipped forward pass.
It wouldn't have made much difference. They had that screen perfectly covered.
Dennis Coleman was the defender who got in there and tipped the ball. Arkansas players, the defenders.
That's the team, Chris, that going into this game was the #1 team in the country against scoring, 7.6 points per game, and Ole Miss has 27 midway in the third quarter. Great tribute to the Ole Miss offense.
Dicus and Reese going out, and in the middle is the fullback, Maxwell. Maxwell with a big first down for the Razorbacks at the 39. Joe Blount on the tackle.
And it's a little early to be talking about a must situation, but Arkansas almost must move this in to score to stay very much alive in the ball game.
Ole Miss coming up with a Sugar Bowl record-breaking 52-yard field goal by Hinton. And now a 36-yarder, plus the touchdowns, is Reese of Arkansas to the near side. Cook County. Montgomery again to Maxwell. Maxwell to the Mississippi 25, powering his way to about the 17.
And that's the third time Montgomery has gotten away from the contain. And when a quarterback breaks out of that pocket, the defense downfield breaks down with it.
Nothing like a great 44-yard play that we just saw.
Let's take a look at it again. Montgomery back in a pocket pass, starts to run, then breaks to the outside, sees Maxwell open, and he was wide open, and Maxwell runs this one like a fullback should. When he's cornered, just put that head down and take 5 more yards.
And Maxwell, unfortunately, shaken up on that play. His replacement will be Garber, number 38. Maxwell with 5 catches and 81 yards. Coming into the game, he had caught 10 passes in 10 games.
The Mississippi defense doing a great job on the wide receivers, opening it up for the inside backs.
Let's pause 5 seconds to allow our local stations to identify themselves. And now they're calling the Hogs here at the Sugar Bowl, the Razorbacks. And there's Bruce Maxwell, who just completed a 44-yard play to set the Razorbacks up at about the 17 of Ole Miss with a first down, and with 6:38 remaining in the third quarter. Maxwell carried the ball 6 times today for 96 yards, plus his 5 catches and 81 yards. Great performance.
And he'll be back.
Garber, 38, is the fullback now for Arkansas. From the 17 of Ole Miss, first down. And Bill Montgomery, who had rushed for 3 touchdowns during the season on 92 rushes, was stopped by Bob Knight at the 13, 2nd and 6.
First time that Arkansas ran the reverse pivot pitch out, it went for a touchdown. Between halves, Mississippi, when he makes the reverse pivot, has the contained man coming in deep. That time Montgomery wisely kept the ball inside.
Arkansas, 2nd and 6 at the Ole Miss 13. Bill Burnett thrown for a loss. Back to the 21 by Bill Van Devender.
And the same play again, Chris, with the same defense. He pitched the ball that time, but there was no room on the outside.
I think we may have a face mask violation here.
If you're an Arkansas fan, it couldn't come at a better time.
That's right. Temperature at the start of the game today was 44. And in Fayetteville, I understand they had quite a snowstorm this week. That's the home of the University of Arkansas. And those fans probably don't care about it, since we do have a personal foul, a face mask violation. That's the 9th penalty against Ole Miss. And that moves the ball to the 11-yard line.
And the difference between being 3rd and 12 and 2nd and 4 or 2nd and 3 is really some difference at this point on the field.
Oh, isn't that the truth? And now Maxwell, number 34, is back in at fullback. He's the near back behind Montgomery. And the deep back is Burnett. Inside the Ole Miss 10, Bud Herod, one of the tacklers, joined by Buzz Morrow. And there you see the previous distance. Now you see the down and half a yard for a first down.
And Montgomery took a look at it, Chris, and said, let's measure it.
Good call.
It is if you're tired.
Okay. Bud Wilkinson, Phil Fleming, Chris Schenkel here at the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans. That's Montgomery, number 10, Dicus 20. And that much yardage. About the length of a young pig. Bobby Nichols is now in, number 27, replacing Reese, number 25. He goes to the left side as a tight end. Dicus is flanked to the near side. Third down. And there's your first down. Bill Burnett, and 47 with the tenacity of a fine player, Hap Farber. He and Burnett probably couldn't record those words.
Mississippi was really up there tight. 9 men on the line of scrimmage, all of them coming.
And now the call for a measurement. First and goal for the Razorbacks. 16 first downs for Mississippi, 15 for Arkansas. Capacity crowd again in the 36th annual Sugar Bowl. And we hope one of the founders is enjoying this game, missing his first Sugar Bowl since its start. Mr. Sam Cornsweat Sr. Wish him well and a speedy return from the hospital. All of us at ABC. Montgomery. Here's Brand 57 coming back. Harrod in on the tackle.
There's not much room inside when those big Mississippi linebackers move into the line.
Well, if you just joined us, all of us at ABC, including our president of ABC Sports, Rune Arledge, vice president of production, Chuck Howard, director today, Andy Sedaris, wish you all a happy, happy New Year. Montgomery. Hap Farber again, number 47, a shoot-top tackle.
All of them up there, Chris. There's just no way of running the ball.
And we got to give Dennis Coleman some credit, too, because the loss is back to the 10, and it brings up a third down.
When you start first down, Chris, on the 6-yard line, as they did, you assume normally that you can run it in, but that Mississippi defense simply overpowered the Arkansas line, and they'll have to go wide or go to the air.
3.5 to go in the third quarter. And the Mississippi defense, 6'3" Claude Harrod and Buzz Morrow, 78 and 47, Hap Farber. And now this brings up a fourth down, and the loss is back to the 17 and a half.
And as Studdard comes in to, McLeod rather, comes in to try this kick, I'm sure that the last words the coaches told him were keep your eye on the ball. Don't look up to see where it goes. The official will tell you if it goes through the uprights.
Because he is yet to be successful. 2 field goal attempts. Number 19, Bill McLeod, and this one, a 34-yarder with the 10 yards of the end zone. It's up. This one is good. Bill McLeod of Arkansas. It's the 36th annual Sugar Bowl from New Orleans, Louisiana. With 3:16 to go in the third quarter, we have a timeout, and the score is Mississippi 27, Arkansas 15.
Ticket, please. Tickets, please. Round trip to Istanbul. I mean, New York.
Leave the train on the track. Take the bus off your back. Leave the gang way behind. Out of sight, out of mind. Get away, right away, like today. For once in a lifetime, get into this world.
Makes the going great.
Ricky Havard is the near back on the near side, number 21, while on the opposite side is Leon Phelps for Ole Miss. As Arkansas has just kicked a 34-yard field goal, and there's the man that did it, Bill McLeod, making the score 27-15. Lots of time left in this thrilling Sugar Bowl game, and this is Phelps in his own end zone. Stayed there. First and 10 for the Rebels from their own 20.
And these are the moments where all that you battled for or worked for throughout the season come down to the final reckoning. And the Arkansas defensive team knows that they have to stop Ole Miss this time and get the ball if their offense is going to get back into the game for them.
There you're looking at Archie Manning having another of his brilliant days. He has raced for one touchdown of 18 yards. He threw a 20-yard touchdown pass to Vernon Studdard, and he is figured in every other play offensively as Wimpy Winther of Biloxi, the offensive center for Ole Miss, shaken up on the last play.
And believe me, if he's not able to play, Chris, that's a big loss. Winther weighs 245. He's 6'5". He controls the middle of the line and gives Manning the chance to get the ball cleanly and make his moves.
3:13 to go in the third quarter. On January 10th, 1 week from Saturday, we'll kick off coverage of the Professional Bowlers Tour here on ABC with a $45,000 Wichita Centennial Open from Wichita, Kansas. This will be the 9th consecutive year of televising head-to-head competition among the nation's most outstanding bowlers for more than $900,000 in prize money during the winter tour. So be sure to be with us beginning at 3 Eastern, 2 Central, and 4:30 Pacific time, January 10th, as the Professional Bowlers Tour returns to ABC, a series that is followed by ABC's Wide World of Sports. Winther replaced by sophomore Mickey King, 6'4", 215, from Clarksdale, Mississippi, the home of Ole Miss's famous quarterback, Charlie Connerly. 1st and 10 from the 20 now. Ole Miss leads 27-15. Manning. Good for 4 yards. And Randy Reed, who usually is in motion, carried the ball. 2nd and 6 for the Rebels.
And Manning continues to mix it up to keep them honest. That inside straight-ahead lead drive, setting up his outside pass run options.
Now Studdard 81 goes to the far side. Jones 84 to this side. High formation. 61 denies Reed yardage. For Ole Miss, it is Dick Bumpus, who's playing defensive end. 1 yard on the play. So it'll be a 3rd down and 5 here at the Sugar Bowl. Mississippi 27, Arkansas 15.
You'll notice Manning is delaying his snap count until after Arkansas has jumped the defense and lets his lineman take a look at the new look before he snaps the ball.
Now Jones and Studdard switch sides. Manning decides to roam. And it's near a 1st down. Mike Fischetti, along with Bumpus, in on the play, but it's a Manning and Mississippi 1st down.
But there's no defending a player of the brilliance that Manning is showing thus far this afternoon.
And of course, Arkansas knew very well that he was a most amazing player, and Coach Frank Broyles was quick to admit that he was possibly the most amazing that he'd ever seen, watching games and films. Jones to this side, now from the 31, 1st down. Manning. That's Jones, 84, quickly covered by Jerry Moore.
Let's take a look at it again in slow motion. Jones wide back, running a short square out pattern. Manning rolling toward him and throwing the ball on the dead run. Beautiful reception.
And it was the 15th completion for Manning in 24 attempts, 223 yards in the air. He's thrown 1 touchdown pass. Phelps and Jones, now the men as potential receivers. 2nd and 5. Phelps is out. Oh, that was a fine defensive play by number 24, Terry Stewart.
Let's take a look at it in slow motion. Straight down the field. Phelps breaking to the outside, then looking over his inside shoulders, he runs the post pattern. Watch Terry Stewart now as the 2 men stride for stride. They look almost like hurdlers. And as the ball comes down, Stewart cleanly up, playing the ball, knocking it away. Great defensive play.
So now it's 3rd and 5 from the 36 for Ole Miss. Time running out in the 3rd quarter. Manning gets away again. Bo Bowen coming back out to the 41 or 2. Stewart, 24, in on the tackle. Let's see where the forward progress is marked.
And once again, we had a perfect defensive play, a perfect defensive call, but they simply couldn't get him down.
And this drive kept alive by the resourcefulness of Archie Manning. Let's see it again.
Watch Manning move here. Here comes the rush. He can't go to this side. He breaks to the outside. As he's going down, he makes a perfect throw, and Bowen fights for the first down.
About 35 seconds left in the third quarter. 27-15, Ole Miss leads. First down. That was intended for Jim Poole. Burner and Field double covering the big tight end. Second down and 10. That stops the clock at 26 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
And Arkansas has had the ball only 5 minutes and 25 seconds in this quarter. Ole Miss continuing to dominate the game with their ball possession.
The hit record in the state of Mississippi, Bud, is a ballad about Archie Manning, called the Ballad of Archie Who.
And I'm sure anybody watching us today, Chris, knows who Archie is.
There goes Phelps, 27, as the split into the far side. Second and 10. Bo Bowen, who got the scoring underway in the Sugar Bowl with a 69-yard touchdown run. Harnish on the tackle, and there's Bo, number 22, with an adjustment. The 44 brings up a third down and 8. 6 seconds to go. Less than that now, clock running. Third quarter. From the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans, Louisiana, you'll be watching ABC's exclusive live color coverage of the 36th annual Sugar Bowl contest. At the end of the third quarter, the score is Mississippi 27, Arkansas 15.
The Goodyear Custom Wide Tread Polyglass Tire.
I've got 38,000 on the tires right now, and if I was to stick a dime in between the treads, the dime would be halfway covered up.
I've got 41,000 miles on my polyglass, and it's still got real good tread.
If it doesn't say Goodyear, it can't be Polyglass.
To prove a point, I'm about to shave without using any water. Nothing to make my beard wet and soft, but this, Rise. I'm actually getting a clean shave. The reason, the moisture in Rise. Slowly, Rise seeps moisture into your beard and holds it there for as long as it takes you to shave. Now, if I can get a shave like this using Rise with no water, imagine what you can do using Rise with water.
Victor Borga stars with Tom Jones tonight on ABC.
Here's the start of the fourth quarter. 3rd and 8 for Ole Miss at their own 44. That was Jim Buster Poole, Jr. Not being able to hang on to the pass, bringing up a 4th down and 8 punting situation for the Rebels, who have today extended their consecutive bowl appearances to 13.
The statistics, first downs, Mississippi leading in total yardage, 381 to 319. Only one mistake on the part of each team. Each team has had one pass intercepted. The most significant statistic, Mississippi, in the first 45 minutes, has had the ball 26 minutes and 45 seconds against 18 minutes, 15 seconds for Arkansas.
We have Bob Drew back for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Here's Fagan's punt. Back there also is number 18, Jerry Moore. He's at the 10 now. 15. Slides up to the 20-yard line. And the Razorbacks, here at the start of the fourth quarter, as we look at Archie Manning, need to score. So they'll try following a 47-yard punt by Fagan. As Dave Bridgers made the stop, Manning being kept warm. And that's quite a hot arm here today.
Hot legs.
Yes, also. The Razorbacks, only one loss this year, ranked number 3 in the country. That loss to Texas by a point. Bill Montgomery, the junior quarterback. Montgomery spotted Reese, but Reese was out of bounds. Good defensive play by Bobby Knight. Or was he?
He was right on that sideline.
Was complete.
Looked like Montgomery could have run with the ball had he decided to and picked up the first down. When he threw it, I thought it was an error, but not when he completed it.
Right. Fine 20-yard play instead. 10 of 19 for Montgomery passing. From the 40 now, first down, Montgomery. Great protection. This one to Maxwell. There's another 10 yards. About 13 yards by Maxwell. Buzz Morrow, number 70, on the tackle. And the Razorbacks have moved into Ole Miss territory.
Great job of reading by Montgomery as the linebacker rushed. Maxwell drifting into the open spot.
Maxwell, the fullback, with 7 catches today for 94 yards.
And that sort of explodes most people's theory of defense when your number 1 receiver turns out to be the fullback.
That's right. First and 10. Well, it was in the area of either Maxwell or Reese. Incomplete. Second down and 10 from the Mississippi 48. John Gilliland did a great rush on Montgomery. For the Razorbacks, they have only one senior in the backfield, and that is Maxwell, who's having such a fine day. Burnett, 33, is a junior. Reese is a junior. Chuck Dykes, a junior, and the sophomore fullback is Russ Garber. This is Johnny Vaught, native Texan. Second and 10. 40 was Joe Blount. 88, Pat Morrison in white.
We got the judgment call, and the linesman ruled that the reaction was to Morrison's movement, so it's illegal procedure.
There's the signal by the referee, Charles W. Bowen. And that brings the ball back to the 47 of Arkansas. Second down and 15. 14 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the ball game. Dykes to the left, to the far side. It is Reese, John Reese, number 25, the flanker. There's Dykes. Look at him scramble. First down at the Ole Miss 12.
Well, that's what you mean wanting it, Chris.
Last year's most valuable player, Dykes.
Let's watch it again in slow motion. Dykes, this is the first time that the 2 wide men have been split on opposite sides. Dykes was at the bottom of the field, the left side of the formation. Little outside fake, breaking across the middle. Montgomery delivering the ball perfectly. And this is what I say means wanting the extra yardage. Look at those moves. And then watch him turn on that speed.
4 catches now, 112 yards on a 40-yard play. First and 10 from the 13. Bill Burnett gets 2 more. So it brings up a second down and 8 as Aldridge made the tackle.
Arkansas has been stopped close to the goal line 4 different times this afternoon as Mississippi has gone into a very tight 7-man line. It's almost a 9-man front because the 2 cornerbacks are up so close. I would assume that Arkansas will throw the ball.
27 tried to come into the lineup. Bobby Nichols to replace Reese, but couldn't. Second and 8 from the 11. Arkansas. Maxwell, the option. And Glenn Cannon, number 36, one-handed, an end zone interception. Bruce Maxwell throwing on an option intended for Reese and Glenn Cannon. He's been a Mississippi hero all year long, and he continues to be.
I thought they were going to throw it, Chris. I thought it would be Montgomery. I didn't think it'd be the option to pass or run. Mississippi Cannon, their All-American, was in perfect position. He failed to take the fake.
So now with 12:52 remaining in the ball game, the score is still 27-15. Ole Miss in the lead. They have it at the 20. Archie Manning quarterbacking.
That was the reaction of the crowd to the Texas Notre Dame score, Chris. Texas leading 14-10.
Would you repeat that?
Yes. The crowd roared as it was announced that Texas had come from behind to go ahead 14-10.
And from our Goodyear blimp, the Mayflower, the Sugar Bowl, Tulane Stadium on a 1st and 10 from the 20. Ole Miss ready to go. And so is the Arkansas defense on Randy Reed. Bruce James, fine defensive end, and linebacker Cliff Powell, along with Mike Boschetti, thrown for a loss to the 19. It's 2nd down and 11. 12:35 to go in the ball game. Wimpy Wentler, the starting center, who was injured earlier, is back in now, snapping the ball. Shifting Arkansas defense. Good for about 5 yards. Bruce James coming in quickly on Jones, along with Terry Stewart, and the official spots the ball at the 23, bringing up a 3rd down and 7 for Ole Miss.
And with 12 minutes remaining, Arkansas must stop them here to get possession of the ball, being 2 touchdowns behind.
Right. At the end of the 1st quarter, Ole Miss led 14-0. At halftime, 24-12. At the end of the 3rd quarter, 27-15. Phelps split to the far side, 3rd and 7 from the 23. Too much time.
The time caused by the shifting Arkansas defense and the checking of signals by Manning.
There's the skyline of modern New Orleans. Split down the middle by the Boulevard Canal Street, which separates the old French Quarter from the new part of this great city. 3rd down and 12. And there's an interception. That's Dennis Berner of Arkansas. A big play, bringing it back to the 10. Intended for Poole at number 36. Berner coming back with the interception.
This
and
one
for Berner, it's his 2nd interception of the current season.
Let's watch it again. Berner times it perfectly, coming in and picking the ball off. Picks up an excellent block downfield, cuts back inside, and lowers his head to move it to the 11-yard line.
The defense this year for Arkansas picked off 13 passes. Mississippi picked off 23 from the 11. 1st down. And Bruce Maxwell goes to the 6. Sophomore left tackle Mike Kelson, number 78, deserves credit, helping to get Maxwell near the 6, bringing up a 2nd down. 2nd and 5. Fred Brister and Larry Thomas on the tackle. Arkansas threatening now. Maxwell.
And you could see there was no place to run inside. Shoulder to shoulder, foot to foot, Mississippi line.
Picked up some inches on the play. As you see the time remaining in the game, less than 11 minutes. 27-15, Arkansas trailing by 12 as Rand is over the ball in a hurry. Reese goes right, Dykes to the near side. And it's a 3rd down and 5. Montgomery. And there is Maxwell, touchdown. And the senior, the only one in the Arkansas backfield who's having a great day, came up with a resourceful play and Arkansas edges closer.
Let's take a look at it again. You can see Farber, the defensive left end from the left of the screen, come in and hit Montgomery as he delivers the ball. It's a rollout pass to avoid the rush down the middle. Montgomery moving to his right. There's Farber hitting him just as he delivers the ball, but it's good, and Arkansas is back within striking distance.
So we have a 27-21 ball game, and here's McLeod to try the point after. Up. Good. 10:15 left in the ball game as we have a timeout here at the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans, Louisiana. The score, Mississippi 27, Arkansas 22.
The 1970 Chevrolet Nova is extremely comfortable and has over 2,917 cubic inches of padding. O.J. Simpson is not extremely comfortable and has only 27 cubic inches of padding. Nova has 307 cubic inches of standard V8 engine. O.J. Simpson does not have 307 cubic inches of standard V8 engine. Nova, though small and maneuverable, holds 5 fully grown adults at the same time. O.J. does not hold 5 fully grown adults at the same time. Nova is available in a coupe, a sedan, and an SS version. O.J. Simpson is not available in a coupe, sedan, and an SS version. In conclusion, we think it's fair to say that the 1970 Chevrolet Nova is a lot better automobile than O.J. Simpson. Besides, the Nova costs a lot less to run.
A thrilling football game here in the Sugar Bowl. Don't go away. The capacity crowd hasn't moved.
And Ole Miss is lined up expecting an outside kick. They have 9 of their men up about the 40-yard line. As the ball is teed up, however, they're dropping back into a conventional receiving formation.
Ricky Havard and Leon Feltz are deep as we look at the Mayflower, the Goodyear blimp, giving you those interesting shots from high above. 27-22. Arkansas has really fought back, now trailing by only 5. 10:15 to go in the game. Arkansas's kick is deep. Feltz coming over, trying to field it. And it'll be a re-kick, this time from the Arkansas 35 into a light breeze here at Tulane Stadium. 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. At halftime, it was 24-12. At the end of the third, 27-15 as both teams came up with field goals. And then, after an interception by Burner, Maxwell caught a Montgomery pass, 6-yard touchdown play with the point after. Arkansas now is within 5 points. And the kick from the far hash mark, Bill McLeod. Bill today with a 34-yard field goal near the end of the third quarter for the Razorbacks, being unsuccessful at 2 previous attempts earlier. This one hard to field. And it's a 3rd down and 5. Montgomery. And there's Maxwell. Touchdown. And the senior, the only one in the Arkansas backfield, is having a great day. Came up with a resourceful play. And Arkansas edges closer.
Let's take a look at it again. You can see Farber, the defensive left end from the left of the screen, come in and hit Montgomery as he delivers the ball. It's a rollout pass to avoid the rush down the middle. Montgomery moving to his right. There's Farber hitting him just as he delivers the ball, but it's good, and Arkansas is back within striking distance.
So we have a 27-21 ball game, and here's McLeod to try the point after. Up. Good. 10:15 left in the ball game as we have a timeout here at the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans, Louisiana. The score, Mississippi 27, Arkansas 22.
The 1970 Chevrolet Nova is extremely comfortable and has over 2,917 cubic inches of padding. O.J. Simpson is not extremely comfortable and has only 27 cubic inches of padding. Nova has 307 cubic inches of standard V8 engine. O.J. Simpson does not have 307 cubic inches of standard V8 engine. Nova, though small and maneuverable, holds 5 fully grown adults at the same time. O.J. does not hold 5 fully grown adults at the same time. Nova is available in a coupe, a sedan, and an SS version. O.J. Simpson is not available in a coupe, sedan, and an SS version. In conclusion, we think it's fair to say that the 1970 Chevrolet Nova is a lot better automobile than O.J. Simpson. Besides, the Nova costs a lot less to run.
It's been a thrilling football game here in the Sugar Bowl. Don't go away. The capacity crowd hasn't moved.
And Ole Miss is lined up expecting an onside kick. They have 9 of their men up about the 40-yard line. As the ball is teed up, however, they're dropping back into a conventional receiving formation.
Ricky Havard and Leon Feltz are deep as we look at the Mayflower, the Goodyear blimp, giving you those interesting shots from high above. 27 to 22. Arkansas has really fought back, now trailing by only 5. 10-15 to go in the game. Arkansas's kick is deep. Feltz coming over, trying to field it. And it'll be a re-kick, this time from the Arkansas 35 into a light breeze here at Tulane Stadium. 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. At halftime, it was 24-12. At the end of the third, 27-15 as both teams came up with field goals. And then, after an interception by Berner, Maxwell caught a Montgomery pass, 6-yard touchdown play with a point after. Arkansas now is within 5 points. And the kick from the far hash mark, Bill McClard. Bill today with a 34-yard field goal near the end of the third quarter for the Razorbacks, being unsuccessful at 2 previous attempts earlier. This one hard to field. Feltz has it at the 14, 15, 20. Gets some blocking and brings it to the 29-yard line. And the tackle was made by Ronnie Jones, number 35. Ole Miss now, 10:07 remaining in the game. The Sugar Bowl, 36, in a classic that began in 1935.
And the pressure is on the Arkansas defense.
Jones to the far side, Studdard to the near side. Manning. And quickly in on Bowen. Number 64, Cliff Powell, Bruce James.
And here comes Mr. Manning.
No gain on the play. So it's second down and 10. And a fine catch by Jim Poole, number 89, coverage by number 49, Bobby Field. And the advance for the Rebels is out to about the, where did the referee? Now he spots the ball at the 39, but it brings up third down and less than a yard.
They attacked the front beautifully, faking the handoff and then hitting the quick jump pass. The linebacker moving in for the first inside fake.
Third down, less than a yard. Manning. Bo Bowen. It's the first down for the Rebels. 19 for Ole Miss, 18 for Arkansas. Arkansas band on the far side of the field, down in the right corner. Actually at the south end of Tulane Stadium. As the ball now is at the 41. First down, the Mississippi 41. Feltz to the near side. Studdard in the slot, Reed in motion. And Manning goes to his tight end again. Jim Poole.
Garner dropped to the outside, as did Stewart with a motion man. They've been hitting the motion man very successfully. That time they double covered him. You can watch it again. You'll see that as the motion man goes, the end drops off with him. And the 2 men outside, Poole is open inside.
So now the ball, we try to be moved from the 48 of Arkansas. There is Bo Bowen, who scored the first touchdown, getting close to the 45 of the Razorbacks. Bobby Field in on the tackle. Going to about the 43. So it's a third down and 5 for the Rebels of Ole Miss at the 43-yard line. Manning rifled one to Studdard, and that brings up a 4th down now. The University of Mississippi leading by only 5 points after leading by 14 at one stage of the ball game of the first quarter with 6:57 remaining. Let's watch it again.
Studdard breaking downfield, planting the foot, turning to the outside. Here comes Manning's pass. Studdard looking for it, but it's outside. He couldn't quite hit him.
And now on 4th down and 5. The line of scrimmage at the 43 of Arkansas. Fagan to punt for the Rebels. 6:56 to go in the game. It's off the side of his foot. Nevertheless, a fine punt. What a defensive weapon. 40 yards with that forward bounce. And there you see the time left, 27-22. And with timeout to score, Ole Miss is in the lead over Arkansas, 27-22.
Of course, it says pancakes on the outside, but there's a lot more on the inside. And the prices? Designed for the very hungry family.
Back again at the exciting Sugar Bowl in New Orleans, Louisiana. 6:47 to go. Ole Miss has just come up with a Julian Fagan punt that has Arkansas back near its own 2-yard line as they trail by 5. Here's Bill Montgomery. And the Ole Miss defense, allowing Burnett a yard or two. Hap Barber coming in there, joined quickly by Joe Blount, number 40.
And Arkansas, 96 yards for the winning touchdown. 6 minutes, 25 seconds remaining on the clock, and the season coming to its end with a chance still to win.
2nd down and 9 now, from about the 3.5. In his own end zone, Montgomery looking, and out of bounds. At approximately the 6, Fred Brisker putting the pressure on, number 46, and joined by Hap Farber as number 36, Glenn Cannon, continues to be a defensive inspiration for that Mississippi team. Bud, he's all over the place defensively, but when it comes to cheer his teammates on, he's there too.
Their pass rush has been very effective. The only time that they've really looked bad defensively is when Montgomery has been able to break out of the containment.
So we have a 3rd down and 8 now. Montgomery back in his own end zone again. 3 receivers out. It's a strike to Chuck Dacus. Dacus up to the 30, the 40, out of bounds at about midfield. Glenn Cannon retreated defensively to force him out. And the officials say that Dacus, the All-American, last year's most valuable player in the Sugar Bowl, gets to about the 48.
Let's watch it again in slow motion. This is Dacus. Montgomery standing very coolly in the end zone while Dacus runs the crossing pattern. You can see Morrison going deep to take the safety man back. Dacus using that speed. And he's knocked out of bounds by Cannon, but Good field position for Arkansas.
Big third down play now from the Mississippi 48, first down. Montgomery being pressured. And rushing in hard and making a shoe-top tackle. Brister and Claude Herard back to the 41. There is a loss of 11 yards, so it'll be second down and 21. Rodney Brand over the ball. Montgomery sends Dykus 20, Reese 25 to the near side. 5:14 to go. Splits one out on the screen to the fullback Maxwell. Maxwell at the 50 to 45. And he departs from the field at about the 37. Glenn Cannon again, forcing him out of bounds.
Beautiful reading again by Montgomery. The linebackers rushed again. The fullback just drifting out into the flat, wide open, and then making a great move after he caught the ball.
But I'd say the second 100 years of college football is getting off to an exciting start right here at the Sugar Bowl. One of the great games of the year. We've had a lot of them during our exclusive NCAA color telecasting here on ABC. And this is a great way to climax the season, but with an all-star game coming up next week, January 10th, from the Hula Bowl, we think you'll enjoy seeing the stars from all over the country. The North against the South, and Arkansas going in a northerly direction here in the South has a first down. Frank Broyles.
Let's watch the play again in slow motion. This is Reese. Reese is the wide receiver. The pass is going to be thrown to Maxwell. And this is what makes a football team, of course. Your receivers running their patterns. Reese breaking to the inside, looking back, seeing that the ball has been thrown to Maxwell, the delay man, and then turning immediately into a great blocker.
Montgomery floating one out to Maxwell again, just long. And Montgomery was really dumped on that play. Hap-Farber was in, and Herod. Montgomery now is 15 of 26 for 314 passing yards.
The Mississippi linebackers are dropping deep, and by dropping as deep as they are, if they're not rushing, that middle zone as the backs come out of the backfield is still open.
So as we rave for Manning, we have to rave for Montgomery, who's had 203 yards passing in this half. Second and 10 from the 38 of Mississippi. In the pocket, down the middle. And Dykus has a tremendous collision with Cannon. Both going for that ball. That's Cannon, number 36, in the Mississippi jersey.
Let's watch it again in slow motion. This is Dykus. And this is why football is called a contact game. Dykus breaking to the outside. The ball is thrown. He keeps his eye on it very well, but so does Glenn Cannon. Watch this collision. Both men driving for the ball.
(27-22) in a thriller from New Orleans, Louisiana. It's the 36th annual Sugar Bowl from New Orleans. With timeout, the score: Mississippi 27, Arkansas, number 3 ranked in the country, 22.
To prove a point, I'm about to shave without using any water. Nothing to make my beard wet and soft, but this, rise. I'm actually getting a clean shave. The reason, the moisture in rise. Slowly, rise seeps moisture into your beard and holds it there for as long as it takes you to shave. Now, if I can get a shave like this using rise with no water, imagine what you can do using rise with water.
The Goodyear Custom Wide Tread Polyglass Tire.
42,000 miles on this first set of polyglass. It's just fabulous. It's almost 3 times of what I used to get maximum. I'm used to getting 12 to 15,000 miles on a set of tires. And when I get 42,000 miles on a set of tires, you can bet your life I'm going to buy another set, and another set, and another set.
If it doesn't say Goodyear, it can't be Polyglass.
The exciting Sugar Bowl going down to the wire with 4:53 remaining in the game, and Arkansas trailing by 5, 27-22. The Razorbacks with a 3rd and 10 at the Mississippi 38.
And do you rush or cover? That's the decision.
All right. Protection and down the middle, the pass. It was complete, but no, the official ruled he did not have possession. Dicus, and let's see if Reese came over quickly. No, it was Maxwell that came over to stay on top of the incompleted pass. And it'll just come back.
That same collision that we saw in the previous play. Let's watch it again. It's a replay, although it's a different play. Dicus, little outside fake, breaking across the middle, and here comes Glenn Cannon also from the outside. See him hit right there as the ball hits Dicus. He can't quite hold it. It pops loose. He didn't ever have control of it. Incomplete pass.
Dicus, again, as he did last year as a sophomore in the Sugar Bowl, having quite a day. Last year, against Georgia, he caught 12 for 169 yards. Today, he has 5 for 157, and now talking to his coaches on the far sideline with time running out, Bud, and a 4th down and 10 coming up.
You've got to get that 10 yards now, or well, you're going to get one more shot if the defense can hold up, Chris.
It's been a real battle because they started at about their own 3 following a Fagan punt, and they have advanced to the 38. Here's a reminder that tomorrow night, beginning at 8:30 Eastern Time, most of the country will see the New York Knickerbockers playing the Milwaukee Bucks at Blue Owl Center here on ABC. That's tomorrow night, 8:30 Eastern Time. From the 38-yard line, the Razorbacks go for broke. 4th and 10. They trail by 5 points. Here's Montgomery, the Texan. Throwing, and Morrison couldn't hang on to it. And that drive dies. Glenn Cannon over to cover, along with Neely and Van Devender.
Let's watch it again. Morrison, from his tight end position, split out, crossing the field. Montgomery having a lot of time as he moved to the outside. Here comes the throw. Morrison was open just momentarily, but the pass was a little bit too wide.
So at the 38-yard line, Ole Miss gets the ball, Bud, with 4:37 to go.
Once again, Chris, I was going to say it's up to the Arkansas defense.
Ole Miss now up. And the pass is to the tight end, Jim Poole, number 89.
Chris, normally you used to feel in football that when you have a 5-point lead and approximately 4.5 minutes left, that you keep the ball on the ground and try to grind it out. But with a player like Manning, the best thing you can do is have him with the ball moving wide.
Manning throwing 265 yards today, completing 20 of 34. But matching him in the air, Bill Montgomery, the Arkansas quarterback. 1st and 10 now from the 48. And Manning has Lynn Garner all over him, number 53, the senior from Fort Smith.
That was one of the big plays of Arkansas's season.
So the loss is back to the 34. The loss of 14, so it'll be 2nd down and 24. 3:42 to go.
Cliff Powell, bird dog middle linebacker for Arkansas, calling the defensive signals and telling his team one more time like that, stop one more, we have the ball.
Here's Manning, 2nd and 24. And Bowen, the fullback, stopped at about the 34, bringing up 3rd down and 24. James is 85, 53 is Garner, 63 is Roger Harnish for the Razorback defense. There's Manning, 81 stuttered.
What do you call here, Chris? When you have 3rd, 34, 24 rather. You've got to go for the distance.
2:54 left in the game. Mississippi with the ball. They lead by 5. And it's Leon Phelps that catches us. Let's see where his forward progress was. Hit quickly by Jerry Moore, number 18. And it looks like it's out to the 45. That's 11 yards, bringing up a 4th down and 13, Bud.
Let's watch it again in slow motion. Defensively, as a play like this starts, you feel if they get 10 or 12, it's not going to hurt you. So stay back, and then when the ball's in the air, come up quickly and get it. There's Phelps making the outside break, cutting on his sideline pattern, up in the air, catching the ball, coming down, clearly inbounds, but then quickly being forced out of bounds.
Here's Julian Fagan. Came up with a big punt, previous series of downs. 47-yarder, and this one is way up in the air. And it is Moore. Has it to the 15 for Arkansas, coming out to the 20. And falls forward to the 23-yard line, and Arkansas now with about 2 minutes to go, trailing by 5 points here in the Sugar Bowl. Have it, 1st and 10.
And if you're Montgomery and the Arkansas offensive team, you know that this is it. You've got to go the distance this time, or the clock is run out.
Game exciting, the halftime brilliant. Portions of it directed by the former Disneyland director, Tommy Walker. We have to congratulate he and his staff. And here's Montgomery now. Maxwell, and a sure tackle thrown on Maxwell at the 29-yard line by Fred Brister, the monster man. So that's a 6-yard gain. It's a 2nd down and 4.
And Mississippi has been rushing only 4 men, covering with 7.
Bill Montgomery, Bud, today, 16 of 30 passes for 320 yards.
And at the throttle now.
Right, number 10. Knocked down by Buzz Morrow, number 70. 3rd down and 4 for the Razorbacks with 1:59 left.
And I couldn't tell if Morrow had been blocked so well along the line of scrimmage that he was simply standing there, or whether he was actually in the pass defense. He certainly made a fine recovery.
But our thanks go to Dr. Fred Wolf, president of the Sugar Bowl, Charles Zatterin, chairman of the Sugar Bowl Executive Committee, Sam Cornsweat Jr. served as a television representative for the Sugar Bowl Committee. 3rd and 4. Intended for Maxwell, and Brister was covering him on the play, and he tiptoed rather lightly, thinking that perhaps he was covering a little bit too closely on the play.
And Mississippi has adjusted the defense very well to pick up the backs as they come out in their delayed pattern from their inside positions.
Well, Bud, here we go again. Another 4th down for Arkansas.
Well, this is it. The string is run out, Chris, if they don't make this one.
27-22. Ole Miss is in the lead by 5. The underdog in the Sugar Bowl Classic. Dacus and Reese come to this side of the field. Montgomery from Carrollton, Texas, comes out to the 41-yard line. It's a 1st down for the Razorbacks with 1:45 to go in the game.
He's a thoroughbred, Chris.
Isn't he, though?
That's about all you can say both of these young men are. We talked about them before the game, and they've more than lived up to what we said.
Both juniors, and here are the Razorbacks from their own 41. Intended for Burnett, and there's Kennan, the All-American, who thought he had an interception. 2nd down and 10, stopping the clock at 1:37 unofficially to go. 5 points separating Arkansas, the favored team, ranked number 3 in the country, and Ole Miss, the team this year that upended 3 powers, nationally ranked and undefeated, Georgia, Tennessee, and LSU, and they're about to do it again to the Razorbacks. 2nd down and 10. Dacus and Reese to the near side. 4 receivers out. Montgomery gets away, looks, is beyond the line of scrimmage, keeps going. Montgomery comes to the Mississippi 40 on a 19-yard carry, a 1st down with 1:26 to go in the game.
And that's that same thing, Chris. You rush, you're back covering, and if the quarterback can read and make the quick break, there's always daylight.
Van Devender made the tackle at the 40. 1:23 to go.
And Arkansas has 1 timeout remaining.
Arkansas needs 6 points to go ahead. Montgomery. A strike. To Dacus. A loose ball. And Glenn Cannon, number 36, covered the Dacus fumble. And we have 1:08 left in the Sugar Bowl. Ole Miss maintaining a 5-point lead, 27-22.
Let's watch it again in slow motion. This is the heartbreaking part of football. Dicus driving down the field, faking to the inside, turning on the hook, getting a great throw from Montgomery. And then as he fights for extra yardage, being hit, the ball pops away as Cannon hits him. And Cannon completes the job by recovering the fumble himself.
Right reaction by a great football player. Now from about the 28, Ole Miss with the ball. Minute and 4 seconds left in the game, and there's a very disappointed All-America, Chuck Dicus, the junior, who in this very same Sugar Bowl a year ago was the most valuable player. That's Jim Bell, Sports Information Director of Arkansas, with him. What a thriller this has been. Mississippi jumped out to a 14-0 lead after the first quarter, led 24-12 at halftime. At the end of the third, 27-15. Arkansas came back to within 5, 27-22. Arkansas had a real fine drive going, and on 1st and 10, for about the 41, Montgomery hit Dicus. Dicus couldn't hold on to the ball. It was recovered by Glenn Cannon. So Ole Miss, the leading team by 5, has the ball with a second down coming up. Today, to give you an idea, if you just joined us, of the excitement, Arkansas has massed total yardage 516 yards. Ole Miss 426 yards.
And these were two fine defensive teams. Ole Miss had held their opponents to an average of 14 points a game. Arkansas had held their opponents to an average of 7.6 yards per game.
55 seconds to go, and Manning on 2nd and 7 carries the ball. Foot foul on the tackle, number 64, helping Manning up, who, as you see, has a jersey taped.
Arkansas has exhausted their 4 timeouts, so the clock runs.
38 seconds to go. 27-22. In the lineup now comes Leon Phelps for Ole Miss. 84, Buddy Jones leaves the lineup. Archie Manning, who's carried the ball 12 times today, won an 18-yard touchdown. He has passed for 35 times, completing 21. And Manning coming to the official, but actually there is a delay of the game penalty, which is 5 yards.
And from a coaching standpoint, it's the only penalty that doesn't bother you at all. When you have a 5-point lead, 16 seconds on the clock, a 5-yard penalty for too much time is not going to be anything except helpful to you in running it out on the next play.
On the clock unofficially, 16 seconds to go. Executive producer of ABC Sports is Rune Arledge. Today's Sugar Bowl was produced by Chuck Howard, directed by Andy Sedaris, technical director Vern Hendrickson, associate producer Jim Feeney, associate directors Jim Jeanette and Larry Cam. 3rd down. Archie Manning just running out the clock. About 9 to go. Other people we'd like to give credit to in our telecast: engineering supervisor Roy Robbins, unit manager Frank Holub, assistants to the producer Mike McCallum, Terry Jaspro, and Bill Yerrick. Also at our spotter Bill Friel and our statistician Jerry Kapstein, we have seen a thrilling Sugar Bowl classic. And we're anxious to see what player will be given the Miller Digby Trophy, which is symbolic of the most valuable player. Once again, the final score at the Sugar Bowl here in New Orleans, Louisiana, is Mississippi the underdog, 27. Arkansas, the favored, 22. We'll be back in a moment.
Can a young father protect his family with life insurance now, and later on get back the money he paid in premiums? The answer is yes. I'm Ed Reimers with a new kind of Allstate life insurance policy that proves Allstate makes life a lot easier for the young family man. Allstate Money Back Life Insurance. Available in 2 amounts, $5,000 or $10,000. It covers you with solid Allstate life insurance until you're 65 years old. Then it gives you back all the money you paid in premiums, less payment fees, if any. If you qualify, it takes less than 5 minutes to buy an Allstate money-back policy. No physical exam required. There's a limit of $10,000 per person. Talk to the Good Hands people about money-back life insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Once again, the final score, Mississippi 27, Arkansas 22. Now this is Chris Schenkel along with Bill Fleming and Bud Wilkinson saying so long from the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans, Louisiana. Blunt coverage provided by Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company. This has been an ABC Television Network sports presentation.
Spend the first night of the new year with a group of great people. Dick Cavett and his guests, Academy Award-winning actor Rod Steiger and sensational new musical comedy star Bernadette Powers. That's the new Dick Cavett Show, tonight at 11:30, 10:30 Central Time. Happy New Year from ABC.